de LB. Tem guerra em todas as quedas, pacote hypado no traje. Vamos ser campeão, então esquece. Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho, e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono, acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome, MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF, brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Correndo pela viela, nasce no gueto, toca na pista e no bico. Sempre disseram que a vida é um jogo. Durmo tarde, acordo cedo. Mano, acredita no sonho, perca tua noite de sono, faça valer. Também disseram que eu não era capaz, e quem disse viu tudo isso acontecer. Melhor da minha área, melhor que tá tendo, melhor que ninguém, só melhor que eu mesmo. Minha voz ninguém cala, já viu que vencemos, que nós é o trem e talento tem merda.
We are live! Welcome you all for the last day of the regular season of LBFF 6. I am Marcelo Ferrantini, your pilot for the night, and of course I'm excited by my everyday co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, and of course we have lots and lots of information and lots of emotions to bring you guys today. And Carol, of course, welcome, and how you doing?
Hello everyone, such a pleasure to be here with you all today. Today the last day of the regular season, like Marcelo said, the group phase, and we are going to have Group B and Group C. And personally, Marcelo, Group B and Group C have gave us quite a show around here, and for the last day that will be no different.
And of course, two of the groups that made the most thrilling moments for this LBFF season 6. And we have to check out which are the teams in those two groups. Let's check the schedule for today. Coming up on the screen for you guys to see. Amazon, Crips, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, SS, Esports, and XD. Going against Before, Fúria, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa, Carol.
And of course, like I said, Group B and Group C always gave us quite a show. And to end this group phase and this regular season, we are going to watch a lot of actions. And today also, it's going to be set the 12 teams that are going to dispute the finals on the October 3rd. Not this next weekend, but the next one, right? The last one of this month, Marcelo.
October 30th will be the grand finals in LBFF, second to next Saturday right here. And of course we got to check the standings and the table for you guys to see who is currently going to the finals. We have Corinthians, we have Before, Corinthians, Fluxo, SS Sports, Nitrox Top 10, Vivo, Kate, Loud, Tropa, Team Coda Solid, Netshoes, Miners, Los Grandes, and Bondi currently inside of the top 12, currently getting qualified to the finals. However, Amazon, Crips, Metagaming, both of those teams still fighting to get inside of the top 12. And Bondi don't play today, Team Coda Solid don't play today. Those two teams are in danger of losing their spot in the finals without playing. So they are probably watching with really great attention here today. But we got to talk about as well, Carol, the fight against relegation. We have today Real, Tropa, Real, XD, and Fúria playing to go against relegation. TSM, who is in danger of being relegated, not playing today. Also a team suffering at home. And we gotta check out how is this fight against relegation going on right now, Carol.
Yes, and there it is. Metagame, TSM, Real Sports, Fúria, and XD. And of course, Marcelo already gave us quite the explanation what we are going to watch today. And for TSM, the fight was over yesterday, right? But Fúria also have to come today to contest their place, at least in the Access group, with Real Sports as well. Unfortunately, she's there also. Probably it's going to be relegated because 40-ish and more plus points, it's going to be kind of impossible for them today if they don't keep at least a regular game. But Fúria and Real, based on their previous and last matches, I can say that this is going to be a heavy fight over the Access group, Marcelo. And Metagame still got a chance. We are going to give them a little bit more of hope for them to classify in the top 12.
But checking In the cold ladder over here, TSM is the team in most danger as of right now because they don't play today. However, they have 44 points of advantage onto Furia. The three teams in real danger right now are XD, Furia, and Real Esports. XD 45 points behind Real. They can do this. Yes, they can. They can take the spot from Real and from Furia. So all those three teams will have to play their best game around here. In between those three teams, Furia and Real are having the best moments, despite Furia not having a good day yesterday. But we still can see all three teams leaving the relegation zone here today. If Real and Furia had a bad day and XD has a good day, they can go after both of them. But we got to talk about teams that left this danger of being relegated a few weeks ago and are now fighting to get inside of the top 12. I'm talking about Amazon Crips, Carol.
Yes, Amazon Crips, who indeed learn and got the feeling of the Serie A. We know how hard it is and the difference between to come from a Serie B and right now be among of the best teams. Takes you quite a time to adapt to yourself and to understand the game. And right on time, Amazon Crips did that, and they finally got a time to breathe, and right now they are fighting to dispute the finals, Marcelo. Not the access group, but to be here in the next season, if it is possible for them also to compete against those teams that are behind them.
And of course, the team based itself on 4 guys that were Master, Salles, and the best duo in Free Fire
GGL.
As of right now, the Raça Negra duo, GGL. So we gotta talk about one of them. We gotta talk about GG, so stay tuned, because GG is coming up.
Estamos treinando a semana inteira em busca dessa classificação. A gente sabe do nosso potencial, a gente sabe do que a gente passou para chegar aqui, então não vamos deixar essa classificação escapar não. Estamos treinando muito, pode ter certeza que a luz vai vir muito forte.
Só tem rotação na tela. Oi, 214 no dolorido, o General já deu aquela derrubada, veio o Gilo para segurar. Didi!
As expectativas são as melhores que tem. Vamos procurar a classificação com certeza, manter os pés no chão ainda, mas pode ter certeza aí que vão dar muito orgulho para a torcida.
São 2 jogadores da Amazon Crips. Será que vai sair o primeiro? Será que agora? 6 abates na mão dele! Buia!
Mudar nosso estilo de jogo, acredito que não, mas melhorar sim. Pode ter certeza que vocês verão a Amazon muito mais agressiva, daquele jeito que vocês gostam. Olha essa torcida aí que está imensamente torcendo por nós. Pode ter certeza que vamos dar nosso sangue até o fim. Se não é sofrido, não é a Amazon, então só bora. Bora em rumo dessa final aí, só bora.
Let's go.
Those guys have an amazing story being told here, and if they get to the finals would be amazing. And we've had a few teams leaning on a few guys to be where they are right now, getting closer to the finals. And of course, our kill leaders are some of those guys who took their teams to the finals or to get closer to the finals, as MTS now puts SS Esports in a most guaranteed spot to be in the finals. In a definitely guaranteed spot to be in the finals. Shinez as well.
Shinez?
For Nitrox top 10. Shizney, of course, for Nitrox top 10. Iago and Lobato for before, we don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Before, who today can break the record of for the most points in one season of LBFF. They have now 746, so they need only 17 points to break this record.
If not in Abuya, 2 matches will give this to them. But incredible, Marcelo, to see I like the word that you use, MTS guarantee that for SS Sports. So he's doing an amazing job for himself, showing his killer skills, as we like to say. But Shinez indeed did a great job yesterday, reaching the 100 mark. Unfortunately, he's not playing today to keeping the competition against MTS, but on the finals, the 9 matches will indeed help them if MTS doesn't have a good day today. In the other hand, like you said, Iago and Lobato belong to the same team, so Probably that will give even more chances for Lobato to reach the points of MTS with the help of the whole team. Vitinho also not playing today, but Cias in the 6th place. It is coming as well.
And I gotta ask you, Carol, you didn't pass me on FF squad yesterday, right?
I don't think so, but that's okay because my squad today is way too heavy, dude.
I'm embarrassed to see you celebrating that, Carol, because my squad today is just incredible. We have the most selected players here. Will, once again, leading the charge for the most selected players with 41%. Nobru is the second one. He's cheaper, and now he's back into play. And MTS is in my squad.
MTS is also in my squad with Butter, the coach.
Yeah, with Butter as well. So
Tatu,
we're the
I
same.
chose also Tatu for my squad.
Yeah, but Tatu hasn't
I
played for
mean-
the past 2 weeks.
Okay, but he's going to play today. I feel it coming. The weekend said
You feel
I
it
feel
coming?
it coming.
You feel it coming? Because my team is Butter, MTS, Iago, MVR, Killed, and Prozin.
Okay, Marcelo.
You feel it coming?
That's going to be decided on the matches today because we know, we gotta be honest that most of the time when
Gotta
the
be
team
honest, you will
doesn't
not beat
have
me.
a great performance, the players also doesn't have. Yesterday was not a glorious day for Loud, so Will didn't have a great performance. But let's see, because I also cast him for my squad today, so
And we gotta check out who were the highest scoring players for the past season of FF Squad, so you guys get to understand what I'm talking about. I have 2 players from the top scorers from last weekend in my team.
I also have it. I have MTS and Chinese.
But you know that Shiznei,
And I also chose Iago for my
Shiznei is cursed since you called him Shiznei. You know that. You know that Shiznei now is Shiznei and not Shinez anymore.
Okay.
So, you're cursing your guys. I brought MTS, the MVP, the top scorer. I've got Iago. Carol, you got no chance.
Oh, Marcelo, you are so sure of that. I'm just gonna stay quiet, cause
Please,
I'm
because
gonna
you
leave.
have
I'm
no
gonna
argument.
leave my
Because you
guys
have
to
no
play
argument.
lose and do it for it at all.
You have no argument, and of course, we will bring you guys around here that are on the chat. We have Wigor FTS Oficial over here, Omar, Eduardo FF, Angel XL, VMZ, Eduardo FF, Strike. Everybody here with us on the chat. Please follow us at FF Esports on your social media, because we'll try to bring you even more to the broadcast. And of course, to this usual rotation that we are going to have here today, the 6 maps in their usual position: Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda. And Carol, we don't have Loud today to start the day getting a booyah.
We do.
We do have Loud today
Yes.
to start the day getting a booyah. We do have Fluxo to get booyahs in Kalahari. We do have everything we need to go as planned.
What
but
else
I
do we
don't
need?
think that the guys will be going as planned.
Well, I hope not, because today it is a decision day for them. And also, Marcelo, there is something more that we need to go to Purgatory.
What?
The airplane.
Oh, the airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R18D1, heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Welcome to our first destination in Purgatory, and we are heading to great map where the decisions will be taken right now, Marcelo. Once again, we have Furia going to Brasilia, but yesterday I said that they went to Brasilia because the rotation of the airplane didn't suit themselves. But today we start with a very centered rotation.
And now we already have some damage going on. Already some fights happening. The first fight that happened was between my teeth and my lips, because I just bit my lip so hard right now. Oh my god. I am bleeding. Please call 911. Oh my god. It hurts. However, Metagame already rotating they got some shots coming from Fúria, and Fúria going to Brasília, not to Central.
Yes.
First time in the season, Fúria leaving Central despite the moments where they could not reach Central.
Fire Brigade.
Because Fire Brigade.
And yesterday they did the same. They went first to Brasília and then they headed to Fire Brigade.
They went to Fire Brigade indeed.
But yesterday I thought it was about the airplane rotation. And today the rotation was very centered. So doesn't have an explanation for them to go there if not for the kills over metagame or to get even more loot. A little bit in Brasília, a little bit of Monica, and a little bit of Fire Brigade.
Thank you for the little bit of Monica, because we always need that. And that was what I was pointing. When they went to Brasília yesterday, it seemed like it was because of the airplane rotation. It didn't leave them to drop in a good space to go to Fire Brigade. But today, no, they actually went to Brasília. They dropped in Brasília and they went to Brasília. Now we see Hatim exchanging some shots with Nicholas. We see Metagaming with their starting lineup with Cauê, with Nicholas, Drax, the usual starting lineup for Metagaming is on the server today, and now Fúria is rotating. They went to Brasília probably, Carol, for that strategy that you said. They went for the better loot, and now they are rotating to Fire Brigade to go for their usual rotation.
To go to their usual rotation, but looks like they are not going to Fire Brigade today because they headed to Campsite. Campsite that yesterday was dominated by Vivocade, and since they are not playing today, Fury team have the clearance to go there. But one thing that brought to my attention, Marcelo, was the guys talking about the naming of the teams that we call here. Of course, have different translations. For example, Fluxo, we can say Flow, but because it's a name, we don't change it. So we are going to keep calling Fluxo team, also for you guys to have a better understanding that it is Free Fire Brazilian League.
Of course, and names are names. Names are not translated.
Never change.
So, names of brands, names of places. I mean, if you buy a Volkswagen, you're not buying a Carro do Povo or a people's car. You're buying a Volkswagen, and Volkswagen means people's car in German.
Exactly.
So the translations don't happen when you're talking about names. Fluxo is Fluxo anywhere in the world. And now the grenades are coming in. Fúria trying to go after the players from Amazon Crips. GG is leading the charge, and Salles will get the first blood for the Amazonians. Taking down Memgod. And Campsite is all Amazon Crips right now, as Salles tries to lead forward and to go after the 3 players from Fúria. Now Amazon Crips has the numbers advantage, and they can send Fúria down, even further knowing that Memgod, who is the sniper, will not be there to damage them during that rush. He's out of the game, so they have free room to rush onto the players of Fúria, Carol.
Yes, indeed, Marcelo. Furia that is starting a new drop call today, going to Brasília since yesterday, and today also they decided to rotate to Campsite. I don't think they are looking very strong. They doesn't have the loot, the good loot that Fire Brigade offers them. And actually, they would have the whole Fire Brigade call for themselves, because Lumbermill dominated by Netshoes Miners, Central by Fluxo team, and right now they seem kind of lost in Brasília, going back again to Brasília.
They're going back, and now they have to deal with Fluxo by their side, with Drop ahead of them.
It's still metagame and before.
Metagaming before, and Amazon Crips that will be coming after them to get to the spot, and they lost Memgod.
Memgod, who is a very important player for the team. We know that Memgod is not only helping with the assistance, but he works both ways, with the front line, rushing, and also the best assistant that Furia team have ever had. Right now, it is time to remain safe and sound and not engage into fights, which I don't think Amazon Crips will leave them. They know the difference. Go ahead, Marcel.
Now we have the rotation from the Amazonians, and Fúria will be fully sandwiched by every side they try to go to. it was not a good strategy for them to get into Brasilia, to secure a spot in Brasilia, and then to leave Brasilia. They should have tried to gain space inside of Brasilia. If they were going to rotate, they should not have rotated backwards to meet someone over there and have to engage into a fight, lose a player, and then go back.
Exactly.
If they wanted to fight, they should have fought going forward inside of Brasilia, right, Carol?
Indeed, Marcelo, but I don't think they should ever have changed their drop call right now in the situation they found themselves. Fighting to leave the relegation zone, to earn a spot in the top 12, which I don't think will be even possible still today, but to secure a place right now in the access group and doing this crazy decisions in the last day of the group phase, I don't think it's very wise. They should indeed stick with the Fire Brigade for the next map of Purgatory, sorry. And keep the exactly same game they did last weekend. That worked very good for them. It's when help them to leave the relegation zone, Marcelo.
They indeed have to improve their game from what we've seen yesterday. I'm sorry. And now we have Los Grandes, Real, also trying to enter Brasilia. We know that Brasilia will probably be the last safe zone of the map. We know that the players get help with the radio to know where the next safe zone is going to happen, because all of the teams are centering around Brasilia, Carol. We are going to have a war zone going on. 8 minutes now already into the game, and only one player down. Memgad was killed, so everyone will be inside of Brasilia.
Everyone is going to be inside of Brasilia. We have watched the same scenario happen a lot of times in a row here this season. The thing is, the best position will win the Buia eventually. We watched that coming in Serie B, Marcelo, last Thursday, while the team that stay the most of the time inside of Brasilia and took that to the late stage of the game won the Buia for the first map. And that can happen with before that start in Brasilia. They are still in Brasilia and they will come to get the eliminations and eventually the best spot. But we cannot predict that. A lot of things still can happen. Mistakes will be made by those players, and we are going to figure out that after those long 10 minutes maybe, or when this next safe zone comes.
And we know that this is a tense day. This is a day where the teams are not willing to risk it, because some of them could be outside the top 12 and in the access group. Some of those who are in the access group could end up in the relegation zone. Everyone is giving it their all. Today we're having the most pure and visceral free fire being played by all those guys. Everyone wants to be alive. This is now a real battle royal, a real survival game between those 48 players. And of course, the first team trying to survive is Real. Gus will go down, VM7 gets the grenades out, and Autoboot puts Rafa X to the floor. Now they go after the players from Los Grandes. VM7 is inside of the CR7, but MVR puts him down with the Babao. Another rush coming in, Autoboot's trying to take off a few players, and Fon will put Mamute down. MVR guarantees their first elimination, and Los Grandes will go down. Autoboot and Fon making it count for Real, eliminating Los Grandes, and Los Grandes is in danger of not being inside the top 12. Amazon Crips are coming, Metagaming is coming, and now Los Grandes is out of the match with only 1 point for elimination, Carol.
What I don't understand is that the rotation by Los Grandes, they always get inside of the little house over Brasilia. That would be a perfect spot for them.
And now we have SS Esports against Netshoes Miners. Rick using the eyes. He rotates, but MTS with the grenade puts Broilo down. Broilo now in danger of being eliminated as SS Esports tries to rotate. They usually go for that ambush by the bridge. And it's working once again. Boot on with the side, putting Natividade to the floor. MTS again with the grenade. The MVP is trying to come for the kills. Phoenix puts Field to sleep. There's only one player. There's no more. No more. Netshoes Miners falling for the ambush of SS Esports. Working once again by the bridge, Carol.
Once again, SS Sports get the kill in exactly the same bridge. We watched that coming against the Fluxo team, and right now, Netshoes Miners, they rotate all the way from Lumber Mill. If I were them, I would definitely do the exactly same rotation because they know the Brasilia is very crowded right now. They would try to get the behind part of Brasilia where Los Grandes should have stayed. They should have stayed indeed over this little house on the top of Brasilia where they usually do. And Loud team is doing a slow rotation, which can work also for them, especially because Real Sports right now, it is in number disadvantage. SS Sports looking strong with the squad wipe over Netshoes Miners, and let's watch the follow steps of the game because a lot of stories it's going to be told today.
And now we have XD going back to Fire Brigade to rotate through outside of the safe zone, through the gas, for a more secure rotation. And that shows how XD is playing carefully today. They don't want to engage in unnecessary fights. They did it throughout the season and it cost them a lot. It left them desperate. Oh my god. To leave the relegation zone today in the last day. And they need right now to be careful, to be aware that their rotation will be slow and dangerous for it to be safer.
Indeed. And one of the best positions right now, it is for Real Sports, even though with 3 players. Tropa well positioned as well before we come to the little house, but Marcelo out open. SS Sports doesn't have a good position. They will play on the other side of the river, and they might can lose a Booyah for that, or no, we are going to watch.
They will need to cross the bridge if they want to get into a safety spot, and that will leave them open to be ambushed exactly as they do with the other teams. Now we have Real trying to hold the players from Loud. Some shots were fired. Loud was rotating with the cars, and Real forced them to leave the cars. As we see another fight going on, Amazon Crips was engaging into a fight as well, and now we see 2 drop boxes, 3 right now, 4 from Loud coming into play. And now Real knows that the players will probably be collecting some loot, will probably be getting better weapons. We see Kronos with the Groza, we see Will with the sniper. They will probably try to exchange some weapons. We see Kawe putting down a player, Fawn putting down one as well. One of the players from Furia went down by the hands of Kawe. They will be helped because it's a fight going on house to house. All the teams are inside houses in Brasilia, and they are shooting at each other. Sometimes they hit the shots, but to finish off the player is a little tougher. And now we have that fight that we were expecting. She's there rotating through the other side of the island and facing off against the players of SS Sports and also Fluxo. Japa BKR getting a kill, Butch on getting 1 kill and 1 more takedown. And now she's there, has only 2 players to fight. Nobru gets the kill on Angelo, and Bone is now getting in position to fight against Fluxo. They know that Fluxo is also joining this fight, and we see B4 trying to hold on to their space. Amazon's losing player after player, and now GL trying to keep the team alive. The Raça Negra duo now rotating, but GL goes to the floor. Prostin will get the kill, and Juan as well. Amazon Crips go down to the fight against B4. Furia goes down to the safe zone, and now XD goes down to Fluxo, losing that battle to Fluxo and SS Sports. The slow rotation punishing XD once again, and now we see Real trying to get some shots out onto the players of Loud. Let's see how this will fare off right now as we get to the camera of Prozin leaving Brasilia, going after the players from Real, and Prozin with 2 kills right now, making me really happy because he's in my FF squad. More grenades coming in. He tries to get players, but Juan is the one who gets it. Lobato puts out the boot to sleep as well, and there's only Luca to fight, and Prozin goes after him, but Lobato will bring it down. Juan also coming to help, and Real is back to the lobby. Buton gets the kill on Kawan. He will finish off Kawan, and SS Sports is having a great game right now with Buton with 4 kills, 7 on the hands of SS Sports. We see Noda by the ground trying to survive, and MTS will take him down once again. 2 kills for the MVP. MTS right now. We see some shots dealing with Boot on, he goes to the floor, he will be helped, but before he's coming after SS Esports. Iago takes down another player, it was Jubinha. Jubinha goes back to the lobby. Before now, in a good position to avoid SS Esports from rotating. That's what we were talking about. SS Esports had to cross the bridge. Gilad that gets the kill on Gimons and puts Metagaming to the lobby. Now only 4 teams remaining and 15 players still alive. D3 puts Japa BKR to the floor, and SS Esports will probably have some space to cross that bridge after they take off some players from Fluxo who will be in trouble trying to deal with the sandwich in which they are in right now. Phoenix puts Iago to sleep, and Iago will be helped by Juan. Lobato goes down as well. 3 teams fighting over there, and we have one more team going on, and Prozin goes to the floor. It's Tropa Moreira gets Prozin to the floor once again. CS tries to break the ice onto the players of before. 4 teams remaining, 15 players. Only 1 player down, it was Rubinha. Now the second one is Prozin. D3 puts Iago to sleep, and he may get the finish off. And Japa BKR stole the kill. And Iago is now back to the lobby before only 2 players. MTS gets Lobato. And D3 will get Juan, so before is back to the lobby in the 4th position. Now only Tropa, Fluxo, and SS Esports to fight. Tropa with 4 players have the numbers advantage onto their hands. Gilad, he tries to go for the grenades. Good job by Fuck forcing Fluxo to leave their safety spot. More grenades coming in. Gilad still have 5 grenades onto his hands. 11 players in the matchup. SS Esports has 3. Fluxo 4. Tropa has 4. Japa BKR puts down 1 more player from SS Esports, but he goes down. CS is on the floor and Obru is helping him. More grenades coming in. Tropa is now rushing onto the players of Fluxo. This could help SS Esports. Gilad gets CS, but MTS gets Gilad, and Gilad brings it back and finishes off CS. MTS gets the kill on Gilad. Amazing play by SS Esports holding onto the bridge. More shots coming in, and Buchon will put it 3 to the floor. Giga gets the kill on Obru and on Japa BKR. Fluxo will go down. It's a 2-on-2 fight between Tropa and SS Esports. MTS and Buchon against Giga and Moreira. Moreira rotates. He tries to use the ice. The safe zone is shrinking. It's forcing SS Esports to leave the bridge. Let's see who will get the best spot in the center of the safe zone. We see Moreira trying to control the ice, trying to avoid the players from SS Esports to come in. Buchon puts Giga to the floor, and MTS gets Moreira. So it's a boo! Yeah, SS Esports! What a great fight between those 4 teams to show off that this is gonna be a thrilling day for for Free Fire over here, for LBFF and SS Esports. Game showing why they are the best team in the confrontation between Group C and Group B, Carol.
Amazing, amazing. Booyah for start this purgatory map for SS Esports. 13 eliminations. 6 by the hands of Buchon, 5 by the hands of MTS that is on the run for the MVP, and 25 points for Abuya. It is incredible. Also, we gotta point it out that Tropa started the day very differently from yesterday, so things indeed will come to fit them well. SS Sports 25 points, Tropa 17 points, and 8 eliminations for them. Incredible. Regularity is still going on for before team that is going to defend until the end of the day their position in the first place, Marcelo, and they are going to break the record if they not had already break it. They start with 748 and 16 more points. They are getting in there because Santos made 761 points, so I think still have couple of more points. Fluxo team in the top 4, they already break it. They already break it. They broke it, and we are going to check that in the table. But Fluxo 14 points, Real Sports ahead of Furia team with 8 more points, and Metagame in the top 6 trying to fight to be back in the top 12.
But the situation is getting harder and harder for some teams that we are going to see on the second half of the table. Los Grandes with only 1 point, Netshoes Miners no points, Furia 3 points, XD 3 points. Those are teams that need to put themselves inside of the Access group and outside of the relegation zone. A bad moment for them, and we have some amazing things for us to see in the standings, and of course bringing all the guys in the chat to the broadcast, but also bringing our friend Su Games. How are you doing, Su? Glad to have you here.
Welcome.
Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. Follow Su. She's amazing, and she knows a lot
She's
about
in Serie
Free
B
Fire.
with us.
She is a commentator here with us on Serie B, and of course, she's an amazing person. Su, thank you for being here with us. And let's check the standings because we might have some records broken, Carol. Let's check this out because before
they did
is
it.
now the team that has the most points in one regular season in the history of LBFF. They got to 764 points, surpassing Santos, who has 761 points in LBFF 4. And Carol, the fight now is to break the barrier of 800 points. It is possible to to not only set an incredible record of points in a regular season, but to go over a margin that no one ever did, 800 points, Carol.
Amazing for before breaking this record, trying now to get into the same amount of booyahs that Fluxo team has right now, but incredible stuff happening for before. Esports 25 more points, trying to reach the points of Corinthians to finish the season at least in the second place, and the points that they needed, Marcelo, to go for the finals. So amazing. We know that the top 12 get the points, not the bottom, right? Getting the advantage points to start the finals, but we are seeing a different scenario over here. And at least, Marcelo, from the first place until the 9th place where Team Coda Solid this place right now, I think, or the 8th place where Tropa it is, I think we have maybe a picture of the teams that is going to be in the finals.
I'd say that Netshoes Miners and Team Coda Solid as well, because there are only two teams that are not inside of the top 12 that can get to the top 12.
Yes,
I mean, Team Coda Solid is definitely close to being fully guaranteed, and Netshoes Miners as well, because only Amazon Creeps and Metagaming can get to the top 12. Los Grandes could surpass Netshoes Miners with Amazon Creeps coming over, Metagaming coming over, but it's a really tough situation. Netshoes Miners would have to be really bad today to lose this spot to Los Grandes, Amazon Creeps, and Metagaming. So they are really close to being qualified. The concerns are with Los Grandes and Bond, with Amazon Creeps and Metagaming coming over, right?
And I gotta remember, you guys, like I said, the teams that are going to dispute the finals have points to start it. We know that the numbers, it's going to be 0 to start, so the 700s and lots of points that before it's getting right now, it's going to be turned to the 12th points for them to start. But from the first place to the 10th place, you're going to get advantage points to start the finals. In the bottom, 0 points. We can compare that for the same amount of points by each map where it's placed. First place 12, second 9, 38 points, and from now on. But still our team's looking very good, and we are going we need to take a break, Marcelo, because this first match has already
my throat is itchy.
Given our throats.
It's itchy. I need to hydrate.
Very itchy moment.
That top 4 was insane.
Insane.
I just lost the notion of how to control my vocal cords, so I need to study and go do phonoaudiology once more to bring you guys the next 5 maps. The last 5 maps of the regular season of BFF 6. We'll be right back. We'll hold on against the players from... Look at Angelo getting the grenade on Nobru. Another grenade to put Nobru down back on the lobby. DZN kill leading the charge. They have to deal with Cias by the right side of the tree over there. DZN kill. Still trying to get a good spacing for this fight. Angelo has a grenade. He will try to find Cias over there.
Wow.
Fak puts DZN down. Angelo puts Fak to sleep once again. And now he's the only player to fight for this XD squad. He's trying to get Cias, and he gets Cias down. We are back live to bring you the second map of the day, now with our throats hydrated and our sunscreen on our skins, because we're going to the desert. And of course, we are going to bring you guys to help us get an important award for Free Fire. We are running for the best game of the year on the Esports Awards, the most important award in Esports universe, in the environment of esports. So please help us get into esportsawards.com/voting and help us become the certified best game of the year and the best game overall, because we know that we are all Free Fire, and this is not a prize for ourselves, an award for ourselves. It's an award for we all in the community. We want to bring you guys this award with your help, right, Carol?
Indeed, and if we were nominated, it's because we deserved it. I personally already think we are the best, but let's make it official. So go and vote for us, guys, because like Marcelo said, it's not a self-prize, but it's for all of us, and we are going to share it with you guys.
Esports Awards/voting. Don't forget to help us over there. And of course, we are having the rotation of the map here on the screen for you guys. We are going to Kalahari, and Kalahari is a map that is dominated by Fluxo, Carol.
Dominated by Fluxo team. We know most of their buyas were getting in there. They indeed know the grounds. They know where to step in. But let's see if Furia, who already have a record in that, can have this Kalahari map in their side for now.
So let's check this from above, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R18D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Michel, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time, oh yes, it's time to drop, Carol!
So, very welcome for you guys to the desert of Kalahari. Put your sunscreen on, get your sunglasses in your eyes, because we are going to watch heavy fights going on here. For now, all the teams going to their favorite drop calls. Real Sports dominating the blue zone with the best loot, but Fluxo team around the corner getting the feel, looking and prepare themselves for the fight as well. Anything that is going to happen here today.
For one second, I thought that you were going, somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Anything that is going to happen here in this first map, it's going to be very interesting for us.
How come you did not react to
I
this?
do know this song, but
No,
I
okay,
had
but how
had to finish what I was saying.
But you gotta react to this.
Okay, let's do it
There's
together.
no way you can react when somebody says,
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. You gotta love Smash Mouth. You gotta love All Star. This is an incredible song. And when you say, there's no way that you say somebody stopping yourself. When you say somebody, okay, you can think of somebody that I used to know. Okay, but if you say somebody, there's no way you cannot stop. You cannot continue this song.
Indeed. But Marcelo, I was checking some of the past season, and since we compare that before broke the record already from Santos in the 4th season. Santos made it 761. Right now, before it's 764. They will also break the records for the eliminations. Santos got 340. Right now, they are 333 points for eliminations.
Yeah.
And in the past season, Vivo Queira finished the group phase with 726 points, with 343 eliminations, 3 ahead of Santos in the 4th season. So before, it's going to break it records for eliminations and for buyas.
And they are going after Loud for the most kills in the history of LBFF.
Exactly.
Loud started this weekend with 446 kills. Loud before started the weekend with 412 kills. So they are going after Loud, and our broadcast team can help us to see how many kills they had to start this day, for us to understand how far are now before and Loud. We were talking about it on the beginning of the broadcast, we were watching our tables that we have here, our study tables with those numbers, and we will soon have the confirmation, Carol.
And they will not only break the records with the eliminations, but the Buyas as well. They are going to be the team to be really tough to surpassing next season, Marcelo. Breaking the record for the 5th season and the 4th season in points, in eliminations, and in Buyas. Last season, Vivoqueiro finished the group phase 9 Buyas. 4th season, Santos finished with 8 Buyas, and they have already 11.
This you say for the team that is leading the table.
Before, I'm talking about before.
Yeah, but finishing on the lead with most Buyas, because some teams that did not lead had more Buyas, right? Like Flux is doing here.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
But I'm talking about the records that before it's breaking ahead of the other teams that finished the regular season.
In the first place.
In the first place,
I
exactly.
get it. I got it.
You got it!
I got it. I got it. I'm slow, but I get it sometimes. And have before already positioned on their usual spot. They are in the refinery, and you don't have to think about it twice before we'll be in the refinery once again, Carol.
But also they already are ahead of the other teams as well. Not for the SS Sports in the 4th season, they got 12th. But in 4th season, Fluxo, who were the winners, got 10 Buyas. And in the last season, they got 10 Buyas as well. But before it's ahead of them this season. Not
but this
only
season, Fluxo is ahead of before.
No, yeah, but yes, this season. But in the past season, they are still winning on that. For not in SS Sports in the 4th season. What it's impressive, it's how regular they are about every single thing.
It's just incredible. It's just amazing, because they are the probably the most dominant leader of a regular season in the history of LBFF, and probably in the most balanced season we've had. So they are the only team that are way ahead of the other teams. They are the only team that is going against the flow of the season. Every team is now balanced. The positions are changed. The differences are short. A team that is currently in the relegation zone, I mean, she's there, is only 48 points behind the other teams on the Access group. So it's balanced, and it's just incredible to see how this dominant season from before is happening right now. And the information comes that before has already surpassed Loud as the team with the most kills in the history of LBFF. 1,469 kills for before, 1,464 kills for Loud. So 5 kills ahead of Loud. Now before is the team with the most kills in LBFF history. But look at the ambush from Tropa against Fúria. Fúria once again in a predicament now. Killet getting the kill on Gusta. One more grenade coming in, trying to take Memgad out of the game. Moreira now rotating there, going as the frontliners after the players from Fúria, and Fúria in a predicament in a dangerous position. Fúria will go down. Moreira destroying Fúria, going back to the lobby in the last position and taking a banner to the face, Carol.
That's really sad. The Bandeirões coming today from Tropa ahead of Fúria. Marcelo, what a sad moment for Fúria that it's even ensured to not leave the relegation zone right now, since Real Esports is still alive. That's really sad for them, and that's kind of mess up with their head, Marcelo. I hope they can be okay for the next matches.
Shout out to Eduardo FF, to Fernando SI, who is also here, who is always there with us. Danny Love TV, one from Malaysia. Welcome everyone from Malaysia. Love and shout outs to Malaysia as we see the rotations from Amazon Creeps by the Chamber. Going for a wider rotation right now, the Amazonians, Carol.
A wider rotation from the Amazonians because they're Amazonians and they know the grounds. It doesn't
how is it desert?
Amazonia
is in rainforest.
No, even though they know the grounds because they like to walk with their feet.
On the
You
desert,
don't
you
get
don't
it!
walk with your feet.
Huh?
You don't walk.
Of course you do.
You have to wear boots,
But
or else you burn your feet.
But you're walking with your feet. Or you're gonna walk with your hands?
I walk with my feet in São Paulo.
Marcelo?
I don't need to be in Amazonia to walk with my feet.
Why you're not... Okay.
I don't get it.
Whatever.
I swear I don't get it.
Whatever, Marcelo.
No, please explain.
But anyways, Amazon creeps are heading in a very out of the safe zone, trying to get inside of the grounds, but they are going to be bothered by SS Sports.
SS Sports now holding on to the Amazonians, and I really want to know what was the joke because I didn't get it. And now GL is trying to escape the claws of the Phoenix, trying to get some shots out. And now he is going to use the grappling hook to reposition to get closer to its teammates, while the Amazonians try to rush onto the players of SS Sports. And now the positioning is better for Amazon Creeps than SS Sports. They are spread, they are further away, they are in the low ground, and the Amazonians now have the space to go after SS Sports. Let's check out how this fight will happen as we see two players from SS Sports. It was Butch on and Jubinha try to connect once again with MTS and Phoenix that are in the lower ground. We see MTS trying to get some shots out, and he reaches some shots onto GL. And now Los Grandes is also coming for the party. Loud is coming for the party. Oh my God, they brought the beer. Now it's a party. We now have 4 teams now in a confrontation by the Sanctuary. Let's see MVR rotating. He tries to find some space to go after the players of SS Sports, and MTS is the first one to be taken down by Salis. Angelo now gets one more player down, and MTS will be sent down by MVR. At least it's a player inside of my FF squad as well. We know that Rafa X is trying to get to Phoenix. They get inside of the gas. They are leaving the safe zone to go for this fight against SS Sports. Phoenix is on the floor, and Gus tries to find some grenades onto him. A nice grenade, a nice balloon by Gus, trying to find the players from SS Sports. A nice coxinha full of hot catupiry, trying to find the players of SS Sports, as we see MVR rotating with Rafa X, trying to bring his teammate to an open field and to a good fight against SS Sports and Loud. We see GL trying to find some shots, and Salis will put MVR to the floor once again. Salis making people play over there. GG taking Will down while Noda brings another player from SS Sports to the floor. We see Salis taking MVR down and getting the kill. Noda will put Phoenix to sleep. We see GG trying to find a good shot with the M4A1. Him and Master rotating to go after the players from Loud. 2 players from the Amazonians leading the chart. We have one more ahead of them. It is GL. GL now gets Mamute, and we will go after Rafa X. He gets the kill on Rafa X as well. 2 players from Los Grandes down, while GL goes to the floor. Gus brought the Mag 7 to get the kill, and now he has the triple onto the players of both SS Sports and Amazon Creeps. Loud is still in that fight. Grenades coming in from GG, and he finds Mamute with a nice grenade. Fon now puts CS to sleep. The fight between Real and Fluxo going on in the other side of the table. And now Los Grandes gets the take down and the wipeout of Los Grandes. We see Real going after the players from Loud and Fluxo as well, but Japa Biqueira puts Fon to the floor and gets the kill onto Fon using the AWM. More teams are coming. The Netshoes Miners going after Salis from the Amazonians. And Amazon Creeps are now fighting directly against Netshoes Miners. A fight that happened a lot in this season, and Field will make it count for Amazon Creeps. 2 players down from before, both of them probably falling from the refinery. They will be helped by their teammates. We see Netshoes Miners inside of the house, and the ruins will be the last safe zone for this matchup. We see Real over there. SS Sports rotating through inside of the gas. They needed to recompose themselves with Butch on and Jubinha only alive. And now Real is rotating from below the rock that Fluxo is in right now. We see that the rotation from Real Sports is in the direction of the west of the safe zone to find somewhere safer for them to go in, Carol.
Amazing stuff is already happening in the beginning of Kalahari. 13 minutes have already passed, but we have a feel. We got the feeling of the hot weather of Kalahari, as we are going to see the next safe zones shrinking, and to explain for us where the game will be taken, because Amazon Creeps had a really good match. Even though they went back to the lobby in the 10th position, they got 5 eliminations, which is going to be really good for them in the table. Still Trop alive, Fluxo team, Real Sports, the last player of Loud, who is Kronos, and SS Sports.
But it's not only good for Amazon Creeps, because Metagaming is still alive and they are getting kills onto the players of Netshoes Miners. A good grenade launcher shot, putting 2 players from Netshoes to the floor, and now Drax is coming in before goes out of the game with Killed and Giga getting the kills. We see Jubinha going down because of the safe zone, and more Scythe kills going on in this season. The Scythe is just incredible. Puro Osso is happy with the season. The Green Reaper from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, for you guys who know it. And now we have Metagaming, and what a mess inside of the house. Natividade will get the kill, but he will put himself down. The grenade putting himself down, and Japa BKR making it count against Real. Fluxo takes Real out of this matchup as well. We see Metagaming trying to take control of the house by the river of the ruins. Then the grenade launcher shots coming in. Killed gets Japa BKR to the floor, while D3 puts another player from Xde to the ground. Xde will have to cross the river, and they are easy targets for the teams that are on the other side of the river. Grenades from Angelo coming in. Killed puts Japa BKR to sleep. Lost gets Dizzy and kill. Boot on will get Kawe, and now Angelo puts Nicholas down. Boot on is coming. SS Esports is still alive. Loud goes down. Kronos goes down. SS Esports finally falls in the 5th position. Xde falls in the 4th. We have Metagaming, we have Tropa, and we have Fluxo. Fluxo who dominated this map throughout the season. Giga will get fucked. He puts fucked to sleep. Moreira will get lost. And now it's a mano fight between Tropa and Fluxo. Tropa with 12 amazing kills. And there's only no Bru to fight for Fluxo. He has no life, and he will go inside of the gas. So it's a boo! Yeah, Tropa! 2 teams that really thrived in Kalahari, deciding the map. Flux with only 1 player, and Nobru said, I'm not giving you guys any points. I'm going to the safe zone, and you stick with your 12 kills and 12 points for the Buia, 24 points for Tropa in this good matchup, Carol.
Indeed, a really good match. If Tropa hit the goal poster in Purgatory right now, the Buia came for them yesterday. Indeed, it was not a good day for Tropa, but they redeemed themselves right now with these first 2 matches to start the day. 12 points for elimination, an amount of 24 points. Amazing stuff coming from them. And for Fluxo team, that we brought the information that have the dominance over Kalahari, even though they didn't get the first Buia. They got 13 points for this second match, followed by Metagaming, who indeed looking way too strong than Amazon Creeps, 13 points also for them, who got 5 points for elimination. And the MVP for this match was Giga, who was the last player to be alive in Purgatory right now, is the MVP. Indeed, Tropa is doing their homework around here, but finally a good match for Xde, who is in the our top 4 with 10 points, SS Sports 8 points, and Loud 6 points. In the 6th position, held by Kronos.
And, I'm sorry, an amazing game by Xde, holding on to the 4th position, getting 10 points, which will help them go after Furia and after Real, who are not in the first half of the table. We'll check the 2nd page, and we'll have the confirmation of the points for those 2 teams, but Furia went down with no points, and Real with only 5. So Xde tries to shrink a little bit the difference between those 2 teams, and Amazon Creeps now in a predicament because Metagaming is really close to going over them in the 13th position, but Los Grandes also with only 4 points are left in a dangerous position right now, Carol.
Yes, indeed, in a dangerous position. Furia, unfortunately, 0 points once again, and probably if they keep the same consistency, they are going to be relegated. They start the day in the relegation zone, only ahead of Xde. But we gotta check our standings to understand even more where each team are placed right now.
Let's check out the standings, because before still leading with 766 points. Incredible campaign by B4. SS Esports is still in the 3rd position. They will probably go over Corinthians, but they have to deal with Fluxo that is coming after them, has 14 Buyas and 270 kills. They are winning in the tie-breaking conditions, the Buya. So SS Esports needs to go ahead of them in points. Loud surpassing Vivocade in points as well, but Tropa tying up with Vivocade and now only 1 point behind Loud, so they can fight for the 6th position as well. Metagaming going over Amazon Creeps, we were talking about it. Now 496 points for Metagaming against 493 for Amazon Creeps. Real still 29 points ahead of Fúria, and XD now only 16 points behind Fúria, Carol.
Yes, and this 12th number would never so disputed by those teams. So Metagame and Amazon Creeps will indeed fight like lions to be inside of the top 12, where eventually Bone Team will be inside of the Access Group in the 13 or 14 position. But we gotta check it out in the next 4 matches, because still a lot more to happen, and we are going to head to Bermuda, the most regular map. And what I like to say about Bermuda, it is that most of the things are going to be told there and set, because Bermuda, the game indeed it is different.
And we gotta say, important for us to see if Bond or Amazon Creeps will be in the top 12, because if they are not, we'll have Bond, Amazon Creeps, TSM and XD, 4 of the newcomers on the relegation zone or the Access Group. So it shows how tough it is to be in Serie A of LBFF, and it's tough to broadcast that as well. So we will take a quick break to get our throats ready and come back to bring you guys the last 4 maps of the season. We'll be right back. Delay the players from TSM and let Modestia rotate and let Nando 9 rotate. The grenades are coming in. Vini tries to find and deals damage onto that god, but still not enough. Napon and Brokofé putting in some damage and taking General down. The grenades are coming. Rush having to deal with the rush, having to leads the rush. Napon puts Modestia down. Nando 9 brings Rush down. And now he has to fight all by himself because that guy is still outside of the house, and Napon will get a triple! Triple kill for Napon. TSM sends Vivocate straight back to the lobby. We are back live, and we are going to Bermuda as the third map of the day is coming for you guys on the last day of the regular season of LBFF Season 6. On October the 30th will be the grand finals. The second to next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the other one will be the grand finals, and we'll bring all the emotions for you guys to enjoy here with us. And Carol, lots of teams fighting for better positioning. We see Tropa maybe going after the 5th or the 4th position. We see some teams fighting for the top 12, and Bermuda is a map that pleases everyone.
Indeed, it is a map that pleases everyone if the roads of the airplane don't trick them, because we know that when the airplane doesn't take a very center rotation, these players get very sassy.
And let's see if I will take them through the middle, and I believe I won't. I'm not in the mood, so we're clear to take off. Let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R18D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcel Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's Time to drop, Carol!
And yes, not in the middle, but it's still very easy for all the teams go to their favorite drop calls in the map of Bermuda. We have reached the 30 map already around here. Things are happening very fast and very different. Tropa, who didn't have a good day yesterday, today showing a very good performance in the 8th place. But let's see what Bermuda this time will bring for us.
We see before going to the clock tower as usual. Netshoes Miners going to Renam Village, abandoning the drop call for Sentosa, leaving it to the Amazon Creeps. Hangar is Reals, Furia is in the observatory. And we see the rotation from Los Grandes also trying to get a good loot. And Los Grandes need to perform a little better, right, Carol? Because they are still being in harm of losing the position in the top 12. And some applauses to the outfit of Mamute. Right, Carol?
Indeed, Los Grandes need to perform it way well. Them who came this season, Marcelo, from the Serie B. Last season, yes, they started the season. And they needed to perform it way better than they were from the past seasons, because they don't want to, of course, to be having the same performance. And last season in the regular phase, they finished in the same spot, in the 11th place with 550 points. Chubuyas, they are looking way better, but still in the same position. So I think season after season, it is a lesson for you to learn and to keep going good. But if they classify to classify to the finals, they will have the opportunity also to win
and Carol,
the competition.
The only thing your line of thought is perfect. The only thing I see different from Los Grandes from last season to this season at this point is that last season they were outside of the top 12 and they were in a good run to go back inside of the top 12, and they got it on the last day. So it was an incredible run for Los Grandes.
Yes.
Reached the finals, and this season things seem to be reversed. They are in a really bad moment, not getting any points for drops, and they are being killed with sent to the lobby with only 1 or 2 points for the past 2 weeks.
Even though they have new players, MVR, Cebolinha.
Oh my God, Ratinho is naked.
Who gave them quite a different game this season. For the finals right now in the group phase, they are not looking that strong, and they don't seem motivated as well.
That's the word. They don't seem motivated. They seem to be relying on the fact that they are already classified, already qualified for the finals.
Yeah.
And they are letting it go.
They are letting it go. It's like a whatever phase for them, because, like you said, the comfortable spot where they are kind of sure they are going to classify for the finals, I give them like this whatever feeling throughout the matches, which is different for Furia team, for example. They are in need of points to at least be in the access group to fight to play next season in Serie A.
But this feeling for whatever, I'm feeling for a few teams. I was feeling it for Team Coda Solid up until this last weekend. However, they got better this weekend. I'm feeling it for SS Esports. I'm feeling it from Loud.
You're feeling that for SS Sports?
For Los Grandes, I'm sorry. I saw both of them and said it wrong. I'm feeling it from Los Grandes. I'm feeling it from Loud.
Loud, yes, I agree.
I am feeling it from Bondi.
I don't know if you have the same opinion of me, but we got different performances coming from Loud throughout the whole seasons. In the 4th season, Loud finished in the 4th place inside of the top 5. In the 5th season, Loud finished in the 8th place.
And that because they had quite a good run on the end of the season, because they were close to being out of the top 12.
And in this season, we don't know for sure the destiny of Loud, but like you said, the whatever feeling, it's indeed with them.
I think they are going through an experimental phase. Brabox coming into place of Kronos, Brabox coming into place of Noda. Some unusual changes going on between the players of Loud. And Now we have this fight going on between SS Esports and Los Grandes. We see MVR being harmed there by Phoenix, but Phoenix takes a lot of damage from the players of Los Grandes by the heal. Let's see if they change our minds towards this feeling of whatever. As we see, they trying to fight from afar, and I believe that those fights from afar tend to make me feel more like, okay, you're going for the whatever feeling. You're trying to hit a kappa, trying to hit a headshot and maybe get a lucky kill, but you're not willing to go after your enemies, as Boot On is going right now. Boot On is flanking the whole squad of Los Grandes, and he wants the kills.
Yeah, they are taking more serious that.
They're taking it more seriously, and now we see Rafa X turning his back to Boot On because he don't know that Boot On is over there, and he's sending all the information to his teammates to join that battle. We see that Boot On is now rotating. He's trying to get Los Grandes by the side where he can align all the players. Look at the strategies. Now Gus will put MTS down with a grenade, but Boot On is behind them. Who is in harm right now is Los Grandes. It's not SS Esports anymore. We see Mamute taking a lot of damage, and MVR is trying to take MTS, but Jubinha puts Mamute down. Maybe a good fight for Los Grandes. They use the car to get the rotation. Maybe Boot On took too long to enter this fight. We see Phoenix also trying to escape. Rafa X takes down one more player. He will go down by the hands of Phoenix. Phoenix gets the takedown. Mamute will put Phoenix to sleep, and there's still Boot On to fight for SS Esports. He took too long. He went for the rotation. He went to get Los Grandes from behind, but he ended up taking too long, and now SS Esports might go down. Let's see if Gus will take the kill onto Boot On, and even though Los Grandes did not show any will to fight, when they did show it, they got the kills, Carol.
Indeed, they got the kills, and a number advantage ahead of SS Sports. They are now going to be triggered by them, like you said.
When
the courage, the confidence, right?
When they went for the kill, they got it. They got amazing players. Gus, Mamute, X, and MVR. All four of them are great players. When they show the will to fight, but look at Boot On with the sight, but Gus will put him down. So SS Esports is back to the lobby with only 1 point for the kill of Rafa X. But when they show the will to fight, they get results. And that's what is, I'm a bit direct here, that is pissing me off. Because Los Grandes is a good team. And they're being lazy right now.
It's because we are watching that from the outside, that we see the potential of the teams that make us so nervous about that.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing that we're seeing from Loud. Kawan, Noda, Kronos, and Will are masters of this game. And look at what Kawan can do.
Come on,
Look at what this man can do.
Kawan is the MVP for the
Season 4, the Season 3, and the World Series.
Kronos had played 2 World Series. I mean,
come on, those guys are incredible. Why are you fighting on the middle of the table? Why are you not fighting for the top of the standings? We see Will going over and trying to take the spots, and Iago puts Moreira down. And the only thing that we see from before Los Grandes will go down, Kawan gets a triple kill and shuts down the whole squad from Los Grandes. But the only thing that we see right now from before that is better than Loud and Los Grandes and Fluxo and Furia is that the fact that they want to win more than them. They take control of the center of the map and they say, come on and take me. Take me out from here. And nobody goes and take them out.
That's true.
That's the only thing that before has more than all the other teams. They have more will to win. And that's what Vivocade had last season. And that's what sent Vivocade to the top of the standings and to the top of the podium with the championship.
Yes.
That's what made Fluxo win Season 4. They wanted more than the others. That's exactly what you need here in Free Fire. The players are amazing. You don't get to see people do what those guys do. The shots that we see from Kronos, the shots that we see from MGAD, the amazing grenades from CS, from MTS, from Kawan, from Natividade. All those guys are incredible players. They just need to want it more than the other. And now, who wants it more is Before. No one can take Before from the top of the standings because Before wants it more than anyone else.
That was a daddy talk, guys. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Marcelo.
I was
No,
mad here.
not because it was longer, but because it was like very
Yeah,
strong,
I know.
you know.
Because
And
it's really making me mad.
you're totally right. And this desire of one and more came for Metagame in the 5th season when they had this big jump from the 14th position to the 7th.
Yeah. They wanted it more than anyone.
Exactly. So it needs to happen for each one of those teams, because it is nice to play LBFF. It is really nice, but what is more nice, to play to win or just to play? So I agree with you. The desire to want more needs to come from each one of those guys, and to apply that, because Fluxo team, for example, the winners of the 4th season, they were newcomers. Only Nobru and Japa BKR were the veterans. And they won in a season where they were newcomers. And season after season, Marcelo, season 5 and right now in season 6, I don't see this drastically drop out of performance coming from Fluxo team. They are always consistent inside of the top 3, inside of the top 5.
And this talk about wanting it more is because we have one of the best, if not the best, scenario of Free Fire around the world here in Brazil. Our players are indeed incredible and amazing, and those guys can fight to be world champions, as we've seen Corinthians become the world champions in the World Series. And I want the team that goes to the World Series to want to win more than anyone else, to want to bring this title to Brazil, to bring this title to this community that fights a lot for Free Fire, that fights a lot for them. They have to fight back for the community, and that's the spirit that I want to see from those players. And that's why I think B4 deserves what they're getting today. They are in the position where they are because they want it more than anyone else. That's why I'm liking to see what I'm seeing from Real. They want to leave the relegation zone more than anyone else.
Indeed, I've been liking the game from Real since the last weekend, since the past rounds they had played, Marcelo, because they are not scared to change their strategy, to change their drop call, to come for teams that even though are way ahead of them, they just want it.
They want to win more than anyone else, and now we see Metagaming trying to take Furia out of this matchup. Once again, Furia, which is not having a good day. Now we see Memgad trying to use the grenades, and Xz is joining that fight as well. We see Ratin showing some prowess, trying to get some kills. Furia and Memgad goes to the floor. Nice job by Furia to start this matchup against a direct confrontation with Xz. We have only Louis Ignat to fight for Xz. Xz will go back to the lobby. Xz is back on the lobby by the hands of Furia. Good job by the Panthers, getting a direct opponent out of this matchup. But now they have to deal with Metagaming. Let's see how Metagaming will engage into this fight. They have the upper hand. They had the high ground advantage. And now Kawe is trying to find the shots onto the players of Furia. We see Lost rotating. He has the Bao, but the ice comes into his face to avoid him coming near the players of Furia by the grenades from Nicolas. Now putting Gusta to the floor. Gusta will be helped by Ratin. And now Ratin is ahead of Kawe. He tries to go over and take Kawe down, but now he has the tree to heal himself, and he will not be able to. Now Metagaming is rotating and taking Ratin to the floor. He will get the kill onto Ratin, and Furia now has 3 players to fight against Metagaming. Metagaming going for the hit and run strategy. Is this it? Let's see what they will do. They went for the hit and run strategy. They took 1 kill, and that makes me mad in the last day. We're talking about wanting it more. You get 1 player down, you kill 1 player, you have the advantage, you are on the higher ground, and you get 1 kill and you leave.
You're right. You're probably way too right about that, but I understand why Metagame did that, because they are way too triggered in their points on the table, and Amazon Creep still alive, so they have to secure at least a better position than a 9th place.
Let's see if they will defend their spot on pick, because Furia is coming after them. They have to leave the gas as well. And Kawe will be the one holding the door against Furia. And Memgad will go down. BL God will go down. And Augusto will go down. And look at that. Metagaming got 2 kills. Metagaming got 2 kills in a fight where they should have gotten 4 against Furia. Now Loud will go down. Juan once again getting the kills for B4. Loud doesn't get closer to B4 because B4 wants it more. Now we see Field rotating. Natividade getting the kill on Master. There are only 2 players to fight for Amazon. Crips GG gets the side and puts 1 player down, but Rick brings it back, and the Amazonians will go back to the lobby in the 7th position. And now Metagaming celebrates. Now Metagaming celebrates indeed, but we see Real also coming after the players from before and getting Lobato with the grenade from VM7. More grenades coming in. VM7 tries to take the kill on Lobato, and now Real has the numbers advantage in this fight against before. They had to rotate, and before had to rotate as well. They met each other face to face, and now Luca tries to get some kills. VM7 will get a kill on Lobato. The nice grenade kill, but now Autoboot tries to find more takedown against the players from before. Iago is on the top of the hills trying to find some shots onto the players of Real. We see Fon from afar trying to get some shots. Juan will get Luca, and Iago and Juan and Prosing. Everyone is taking their kills, and before will destroy Real. 7 kills for before. They now need to rush inside of the safe zone. They need to leave the gap as we see Fluxo going after the players from Metagaming. Natividade gets the grenade on Killed, and he will finish off Killed, one of the runners for the MVP list. Now on the floor as we see Iago being harmed by D3, and he puts down a player. It was CS, but D3 stole the kill, and before will go down because of the gas. Now we see CS using the grenades and putting 2 players down!
Wow!
CS and Japa BK are eliminating and destroying Metagaming!
Gosh.
Now we have 3 teams, 11 players, 4 from Fluxo, 3 from Tropa, and 4 from Netshoes Miners inside of the top 3. We see that the peak is the last region of the map. Netshoes Miners trying to get some loot by the house where they are in. Rick rotating, trying to find some information. 17 minutes played in this matchup. 5 kills in the hands of Netshoes Miners. Let's see if the Kala Miners will become the Burr Miners. Shots coming in from Broilo. He tries to find the players from Fluxo. Grenades that are coming in. Nice grenades from CS forcing Broilo to rotate, forcing Broilo to use the negative to stay alive. Hick will be sent down by a nice Kappa from CS. CS takes down another player, and Natividade will be the one trying to help. Field is using some med kits by the ceiling, by the roof of the house, while Fak tries to rotate and go after the players of D3, of Tropa. But now Japa BKR is also on the floor. CS brings Natividade to sleep, and now another grenade will put Broilo down. CS can get the double kill with the grenade. He will get Broilo, and now he has the triple kill. More players from Netshoes Miners are in danger right now, and they will have to rotate. Fluxo will probably have the best position to get into the center of the safe zone. Let's check out how this game will happen. We see Moreira trying to enter the house, and CS will confirm the kill onto Natividade because of the gas. Only Field to fight for Netshoes Miners, but Bru will go down. Nice shot by D3 using this sniper rifle amazingly in this matchup. We see CS trying to get the kill, but D3 will finish off Nobru. Japa BKR gets Moreira, and Giga will put Fluxo down. Tropa still fighting. Field gets the takedown on D3. He has to go down, and it's a boo! Yeah, Tropa! The double booyah from the newcomers, showing the prowess that we want to see from the people that are coming from Serie B. They are now inside of the top 5. They will have advantage points to go to the finals. And Tropa has a double booyah in the last day of the regular season, Carol.
Indeed, Marcelo, you said it all, because Tropa, the newcomers, showing us the great game they had since the very beginning. Even though they find themselves in some ups and downs, they are now connecting the game in the most important day where they need to classify themselves to dispute the finals, start with advantage points, and go for it to win this season. But this 18 points and the double booyah came right on time for them, and in a heavy top 3 against Netshoes Miners and Fluxo team.
And of course we'll get to check out the points confirmation that will come on the screen for you guys with the highlights of the matchup. But it's important for us to close the talk that we had during the map, that Tropa shows today that they want to be in the finals. They are the newcomers that want to win this Sol, Carol.
Yeah, so it is really important that the talk that we have throughout this matches, because the desire to want it more needs to come exactly from these teams. They are newcomers, for example, around here. Tropa is doing it all today with the double booyah and 18 more points in their account. And in these 2 matches, Marcelo, where the 3 matches where they got 2 second places, the double booyah and 1 second place, they got a 59 points in the whole A.
Closing out the argument.
Yes.
Before is already qualified. Before will not be reached in the first place.
They can
and
even
they are still scoring 30 points per game.
in a regular position. They don't need it anymore.
They don't need it.
They
They want to
can
go
play
for the
around
records.
it.
They want
Yeah.
to go for the glory. They want to go for whatever. They don't need points anymore. And they are still going for the points. That's wanting to win.
And if they do the exactly same game in the finals, Marcelo, we
No
might
one will touch
already
them.
have the winner.
No one will touch them.
Especially because they start with the 12 points.
Yeah, they will start ahead of everybody. They take the advantage that they get by the points seriously. They are going for the finals with 12 points of advantage. And if they play like they're playing here today, no one can touch before today.
Which is different come from SS Sports. That is also, I feel they wanted it also. But the different game coming from 2 amazing teams like SS Sports and Before shows that Before even understands better the game.
It's a clash of styles. We have a few teams that today I look at those teams and I say, okay, you guys want to win. Before SS Sports, Fluxo wants to win. Corinthians, but it's a clash of styles. And okay, it's a strategy, it's a way of playing that may change from game to another, but wanting to win, I see 4, 5, 6 teams today wanting to win, and they will be on the finals on October 13th. And of course, we've got to check. It's the kill leaders feed, right, my coordinator? It's the kill. It's the standings.
The
I will even
standings.
see the standings.
Oh, don't
I
tell
am lost right here because I got mad. And of course, look at where is Fluxo and Tropa. Tropa inside of the top 5 and Fluxo is in the 2nd position.
Ahead of SS Sports, Marcelo.
Those are the 5 teams that want to win. Those are the 5 teams that want to win.
I wasn't expected to see Fluxo ahead of SS Sports right now.
That's wanting to win, Carol.
That's the one.
14 booyahs. Almost 700 points before we'll break the 800 point mark today. They need 21 points to go over 800 points.
I wasn't thinking about that, but you're right. They will break it at 800 points.
They will go over 350 kills in the regular season. This is wanting to win. A team that is already qualified for the finals and is still going for the top 5, top 4, top 3, 2, 1 in points per map. It's you may say whatever you want, but no one wants it more than Before right now.
Indeed, I agree with you, Marcelo. Indeed, I agree with you, because if we compare the past seasons where Corinthians did a very regular game, they were not so amazing, so good as Before is doing right now. And also Tropa getting into the top 5 where Loud should be, a veteran team should be, indeed show us right now the desire of those teams to want to win this season.
And of course, we'll get to see the kill leaders list. Now it's time for the kill leaders list. MTS getting closer to 120 kills. He has to go for 132. That was the record CS set last season. He needs 13 more, and he has 9 games in the finals, 3 games today, 12 maps. He needs 1 kill per map.
Yeah.
He needs 1 kill per map.
He will break this record, right?
This is MTS.
Yeah,
He will go for
MTS.
it. Iago getting closer to 100 kills as well. We see Lobato also doing an incredible job here today, and CS keeping up with the run that those players are having, Carol.
Yes, indeed, an amazing job coming from MTS. Like you said, 1 kill per match can indeed help him to break the record. But the close fight that he's going to have against Iago and Shinez in the final. It's what Shiznei, the amazing Shiznei that I might have kissed him, the kiss of death. But still, I like the competition, Marcelo.
Let's send some regards to our friends here on the chat. LGC Nicholas is here. Eduardo FF.
Welcome,
Marcos
guys.
Gabriel. Fernando SI always here with us. Duquesa is here. Angel Excel. Emmanuel Nunes. Welcome you all and stay with us because we have 3 more maps to close this regular season of LBFF Season 6. And we will be right back after a quick break. We need to take a rest here. This could damage the rotation from Netshoes Miners, but Broilo finishes off Prokofiev. Great job by Broilo with the sniper, forcing TSM to retreat and now giving space for Netshoes Miners to run, but they are going after the player from Netshoes, who is Broilo. Rush is over there. Broilo will put Rush down. Great job by the sniper of the Netshoes Miners squad. He holds on to himself. And now he rotates, tries to get the kill on Vini XL, and he will put Vini down! Look at what Broilo is doing! 3 takedowns for Broilo! And he gets the quadra!
Wow!
Incredible job by Broilo!
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono, acredita foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome, MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF, brota na frente que vai pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome, MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF, brota na frente que vai pro esquece. A decolagem foi autorizada, vou quebrar calma em nosso território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa, Kalahari, Bermuda ou purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal, leva ao rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distância, dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira, MVP o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira, presencial todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari, hoje tão na LB. Não falta empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a essência. Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono, acredita foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome, MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF, brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
We are back live to bring you guys the 3 last maps of the regular season of LBFF Season 6. And we are seeing the confirmation of the Booyahs and the maps still to come. You still have more. One Bermuda, Kalahari, and Purgatory. Not in this order. Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, actually. And the last Purgatory map of the season. This is the time for Loud to wake up, right, Carol?
Indeed, it is a time for Loud to wake up. For them that we brought already the information, they start getting the booyahs in Purgatory. It's been like longer rounds. They didn't have get that. So right now would be a great chance for them. And personally, I think even though their favorite drop call is too far away from the center of the safe zone, they do a good rotation. They go to crossroads, they raid for the right time to get into fields, and eventually they go to Brasilia. So they got the game in their hands, Marcelo. They just needed to get it right now.
And we talked a lot about teams with blood on their eyes trying to go for the points, for the kills, for the results. And we know that some teams are going to try and harm before in Brasilia. Metagaming also that goes always to Brasilia. As we saw Fúria doing in the first map of the day. They went to Brasilia, they got a good result in the confrontation between them and Metagaming. They held Metagaming inside of Brasilia, but they left, lost a player to Amazon Creeps, and then went back to die. So it's time for people to push forward and not retreat, right, Carol?
Indeed, to push forward, to go for it. I like the expression go big or go home, because indeed it is about that. Or you do something big to help yourself, or eventually you're going back home with your empty hands.
You know what else is big?
What?
Our airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R18D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Michel, invites you to loosen your seatbelt, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
It is time to drop for the last time today of the regular season in Purgatory map, and let's see if Furia learned the lesson going to Fire Brigade with She's There, Marcelo. She's there with them.
She's there is going to the Fire Brigade with Fúria. They need to take Fúria out of this matchup, and look at what's on! Aki Balboa on! Going after the players from Real. VM7 now with the double rule, put Butch on to sleep, and now one more Aki Balboa coming in, and Phoenix will take VM7 down! Dun 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 Rocky Balboa setting his foot in Purgatory, but on and Phoenix taking down two players from Hell, and that's one team more. That's one team more. They went after two players with their hands, and now Jubinha gets one more kill on Half-X, but MVR and Gus bring it back. Now, the fight going on between Los Grandes and SS Esports. We're not watching it. We're seeing Fúria trying to take the players from She's There. Now MVR will go down, and Phoenix gets a kill. MTS is on the floor. They have to help MTS over there, but two players from Los Grandes tried to come after the players from SS Esports, and now we see Gus inside of the house, and Butch on going after him with the double vector, and Los Grandes will go back to the lobby with only 1 point for kill. This opens up the gap for Amazon Creeps and Metagaming. We have to see those two teams facing off against each other, and now Angelo takes Memgar to the floor. She's the game for Fúria. She's the tried to take to contest the drop call from Fúria in the Fire Brigade, and they're going after the kills. They're trying to take Fúria out of the game, and Angelo with the side. Angelo once again taking Bolin down. There's only one player to fight for Fúria. Angelo gets 2 kills, and Gusta is running for his life, and for Fúria's sake, Angelo is trying to keep them alive. She's there now showing prowess, showing promise, and wanting to take the spot from Fúria. Triple kill from Angelo, destroying Fúria, and Gusta will go down. Gusta now has the car, he has to run, but the car is being shot. He tries to run from the south of Fire Brigade. He goes to the hill, he's still on sights. Tries to keep Fúria alive. He will jump the hill, he will jump the hill. Oh my god, Fast and Furious! Let's go, Toretto!
Almost suicidal.
Toretto. 100% Toretto.
What about family, Toretto? But anyway,
What
Marcelo,
about family, Toretto? Yes! A good reference.
But even though Furia got a good start in the fight, even with Mangard on the floor, She's There showing that they are way better than Fury right now, and they did it right. They are coming to their enemy in the table. So that's the kind of confrontations I like to watch, but it doesn't make any sense for me, SS Sports and Real Sports. Oh, yeah, SS Sports and Real Sports, of course, starting.
And look at that, Hell losing 2 players, Furia out of the game. She's there, made the right call to go for the fight. And we see now Tatu going into play for Real, taking the place of Luca.
Finally!
After 2 weeks, Tatu coming into play in place of Luca, and before going for their usual substitutions, bringing Lapa and João in place of Juan and Lobato. And Iago, actually. Juan and Iago, actually.
Really?
They're testing the guys. They know that they will not be harmed in the first position, and they are testing the youngsters.
Okay, but Iago, it's in the 30th place for the MVP.
He will not reach MTS.
I agree, but anyway, Lapa had a great performance yesterday, so I think it's great to bring him right now in the 4th map.
They're testing the youngsters. They're building the future. Now they have the space to build the future. They are going for 13, 14 points each map. They now have the record for the most points in the regular season in the history of LBFF. They're close to 800 points in a single regular season, which would be an destructive record. Probably unreachable for any team that don't dominate as we are seeing before dominate this season. At half of the season, we saw that before had the best start in the history of LBFF. They're keeping it up in this last half. In today, they're still on the top 3 of the teams that scored the most points for the day. So it's fair for them to let Iago and Juan take a rest, to test the newcomers, to test a few strategies for the finals. It's intelligent play by before right now, bringing the subs.
Agreed.
And the other teams cannot allow themselves to do this. Fluxo needs points. They're fighting for the 2nd position. SS Esports, all of them. And now we see Real trying to take Metagaming out of this matchup. They have only 2 players, and Metagaming now has 4 players. Fawn tried to take some players out of this matchup, and he just showed up his position. He just told Metagaming, okay, we're here. Come and take us.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a very, maybe not thinking, performance coming from right now, which I think I would remain silent. The number disadvantage will get them eventually, but it's still showing us how Real Sports want it. You know?
Badly.
So badly. And I think they deserve at least a spot in the Access group to fight to earn back the spot in Serie A. So let's understand even more the game right now in this final day of the regular season to see if at least they will classify themselves to the Access group.
3 more maps to come, and Real has the advantage. Fon should have been smarter. He should have waited for Metagaming to rotate, to be safe inside of the house, play for the positions, get some points. Because if you get points, you slow the uprising from the other 2 teams that are below you, Xde and Furia. Furia is already out of the game. They have only Gusta into play right now. So wait, be quiet, because Xde started strong in this matchup. They got Furia practically out of the matchup. If Real goes out, this allows Furia and Xde to score points and to close the gap. If Real scores for position, they don't need to worry about it. They have the advantage. They depend on themselves to stay alive in Serie A. So maybe it was not the best fight for Fon to choose. And this helps Metagaming because, let's be honest, 2 easy kills for Metagaming. It's a 4-on-2. So 2 easy kills for Metagaming against Tatu and Fon, which will keep putting Metagaming in the fight for the top 12 against Bond, against Los Grandes. And we know that Los Grandes is already out of this matchup, so it's a good moment for Metagaming and Amazon Creeps to close the gap onto the top 12, Carol.
Indeed, Marcelo. I like all the insights that you bring because we are watching. We gotta pay attention on that specifically today because we know how important it is for those teams to get points in the table. She's there, like you said, is starting very strong. They usually go to the skill lodge. Maybe Amazon Creeps were waiting for them. They don't have the information that she's there is in Forge right now, but like I said, the confrontations between your mano-mano enemy in the table, it is good to happen. Real already got the squad wipe over Fury team, so that's good. Of course, Ghosta is still alive out there, but
it was
good for them.
Almost got the squad wipe.
She's there over Fury team.
Yeah.
I said that?
You said hell.
Hell, sorry.
I always mess up.
I said
Never mind it.
Yeah, and that's good to have this kind of confrontations. I like the game of Real, but they needed to be a little bit more safe, you know, because right now down to 2 players will not help them a lot to bring that to the late stage of the game. All the teams are rotating right now to fields. They will contest the best places in fields right now. So it is good to go for an aggressive game, but you gotta know when it is time to hold a little bit back.
And now let's see the confrontation because Amazon Creeps and Shizde might engage face to face. We see Luignet in the center of the whole squad from Amazon Creeps. GL will take the kill, and now Shizde has to fight with only 2 players. They lost 1 player in the fight against Furia. Let's see how Angelo and Brenin will deal with that. The CR7 goes down, the Chrono goes down, and GL is really close to them. Master will easy and kill to the floor. Now there's Brenin to fight, and Shizde will not survive. Amazon Creeps with 4 kills. Good moment for Amazon Creeps since they already got 4 kills, 1 point for position at least. And Los Grandes is out of this match. They will go over Bonde, and now they need to cheer against Los Grandes and Metagaming. Los Grandes is already out of this match. And we see Fluxo also trying to take some shots onto Real. We saw some players from Real, and Japa BKR takes phone back to the lobby.
I like the new name, Amazon Kills.
Amazon Kills. I invented that. Shiznei and Amazon Kills facing each other. I'm going for the trademark for this name, Amazon Kills.
I know you like to create the
I'm creative.
the new names.
It was an accident. I actually got it wrong. But now we see Netshoes Miners going after the players from Amazon Creeps, and Netshoes Miners who are 92.5% in the top 12 will try to take some points and try to get some positions. Broil will take Salis down. They are holding the door for the Amazonians, and Salis will be back on the lobby. Now Amazon Creeps has only 3 players, and Natividade will rotate with its teammates to the top of the hills in fields. But they will have to face off against Fluxo, against Metagaming. This will be a tough rotation for Netshoes Miners, and of course for Amazon Creeps. Master takes a lot of damage, and GL goes to the floor. While Master will have to help him. We see Fluxo trying to find information on the players from Metagaming. We saw Fag opening and closing the sniper. And now 2 players down from Amazon Creeps, 1 player back to the lobby. GL is still on the ground, and he will be killed by the safe zone. Only GG will survive for Amazon Creeps, and he will have to hold on up until the end of this matchup. They need the points. Metagaming will try to avoid them getting those points because this is a direct fight. GDL will go down, and only GG still to fight for Amazon Creeps. We see fields taken by Fluxo and Metagaming. Netshoes Miners still by that region as well, going for the north of Brasilia. And what's the rotation from whom you're talking about, Carol?
No, I was just gonna put it out that most of the teams are playing by the edges today. Metagame out, Amazon Creeps, Netshoes Miners. Before out of that, only Loud got a position inside of the safe zone. Fluxo team eventually getting into there. SS Sports, they always do a slow rotation, but not all of the teams inside of the safe zone, Marcelo.
And now we see Fluxo getting harmed by the Netshoes Miners. They try to take some shots onto the players from Netshoes. And SS Sports still rotating. They lost Shubinha in a fight, but they got 5 kills on their hands. And they can go for the points. We see Tattoo. Look at Tattoo! Hiding like a tattoo!
Like a tattoo, that's what I thought.
Hiding like a tattoo by the rocks where SS Sports is positioned right now. They have no idea that Tattoo is there. World Championship of Hide and Seek, Tattoo is in, and he's doing it well.
Big tattoo.
Big Tattoo.
Incredible stuff coming from Tattoo right now. They need to hold the points for them until maybe all of the teams that are ahead of them go back to the lobby.
And MTS finding some shots through the woods, through the trees.
Trying to find a pixel.
Trying to find the perfect pixel for the shots, and he got a few shots right. Over there, as we see the X on the crosshair. He was getting some shots right.
What a man, what a master of this game. It's not by accident he's the MVP so far.
And now we see Metagaming going against Netshoes Miners, and Field takes Lost down, sends him back to the lobby. Metagaming now in a predicament. They need to stay alive because Amazon Crips is now with more points than they are, and now not anymore. Still 5 points for Amazon Crips, 4 for the kills of the players from XD, and 1 for positions. Let's see now, before entering the safe zone, Giga will put Lapa to sleep, and he will be helped by his teammates, while Field tries to open up and tries to go after the players from before. We see Lobato rotating, trying to get information. Also, Japan MTS putting 2 players down with the grenade 2 from Metagaming. Lobato still in a good positioning, and SS Sports will take Netshoes Miners down. They are coming for the fight, is it right? Netshoes Miners are down. Who was the team that went back to the lobby? I couldn't see it really well. As we see before, putting Netshoes Miners to sleep. We see João also going down. Prozin and Lapa trying to hold their team still alive, and we see Loud entering that fight as well against Tropa. He gets the scythe kill on João. 2 players to fight for before. MTS gets the head of Fak. Fluxo now in a bad position, having to help the clutch master Fak. While Japa BKR tries to take Moreira down, a good grenade, forcing the retreat from the players of before, but Lapa takes Natividade's head. Japa BKR confirms the kill on Moreira, and now we see Tattoo trying to get the aim onto the players of SS Sports. We see Netshoes Miners going down on the hands of Netshoes Miners. Tattoo now rotating, using the gas mask to stay alive, the inhaler to stay alive, as we see Noda putting Lapa to sleep as well, and Tattoo now rotating, and maybe we'll find against the last player from Fúria. Gusta still alive and trying to take some damage. He put Tattoo in a predicament, in a bad position, and Gusta is trying to take Real out of this game. MTS and Boot on getting some more kills for SS Sports against Fluxo. And before we'll go down for the safe zone, Gusta, no, it was Kronos who took out the last player from Real. It was Tattoo, and Real goes down in the 5th position. Boot on gets more kills, and SS Sports now has 12. 6 on the hands of Boot on and 4 on the hands of MTS. They are going for the kills. Kawan gets the kill on Gusta. Now it's a 3 versus 4 fight. Loud with 4 players. SS Sports with 3. SS Sports engaging into fights since the beginning of the matchup. And they are guaranteed to have more points than Loud at the end of this matchup. Loud can only get to 8 kills. They have 5. And there are 3 players from SS Sports. With the Booyah, they will get 3 points ahead of SS Sports. They will go to 1 point behind SS Sports if they get the Booyah. So look at that amazing job that SS Sports went in this matchup. Let's see how this last fight will go on. We have K1 leading the charge. He has the grenade launcher and he tries the shot and he takes Phoenix. It was Kronos actually who took Phoenix down and out of the fight. He is being helped by his teammate while Noda tries to rotate, tries to go down, and SS Sports will not hold it. So it's finally, Booyah Loud! Did you wake up? Are you finally back into this matchup? Loud gets the 8 kills and puts their name on the board. They are the terror of Purgatory, and they showed up to play in the last Purgatory map of the season, Carol.
Incredible! Finally, the Giants have a wake up. The Masters of Purgatory bringing it back right now with a Booyah with 8 eliminations, a 20 points of a Booyah for them. But who did the job in Purgatory were SS Sports, that since the very beginning in this map in Purgatory find themselves into troubles. Against Los Grandes, they got a squad wipe over Los Grandes. They almost got a squad wipe over Real Sports. Indeed, SS Sports are having one of their best days around here, and so our top 5 from this last match look very strong.
And we got to check out how this matchup brought points to the teams, and we have the confirmation for the points and highlights that will be coming on the screen for you as soon as possible. But great match for SS Sports, for Loud Fighting to climb the rankings to get more advantage on the finals, but a poor matchup for Metagaming, for Los Grandes, for Furia, for Real. Furia got some points because Gusta held the team alive until the 4th position. But they got to the first page of the table, but only 8 points. This is not enough for them to leave the relegation zone.
Indeed, not enough for Furia team. Fortunately, Gusta hold until the top 3. He was the third team to be back in the lobby, but not a 30 position, not 8. This 8 points doesn't suit the 30 position, which was placed by Fluxo team with 10 points. The 20 points and the Booyah was for Loud, but because of the 12 eliminations that SS Sports had, got an amount of points of 21 points. And that was incredible for SS Sports. That is kind of double Booyah, I would say, for them today. Netshoes Miners also taking that to the late stages of the game and getting a very good 4th position with 10 more points for them.
But on the second MVP here for him today, before with 9 points once again in the first half of the table, even though they brought half of the team as replacements, as subs, still on the first page of the table.
Yeah.
Now with 700 and more than 80 points. So amazing. Real, 6 points. Amazon Clips needed to score. They needed to score in this matchup, and they did not. Metagaming and Los Grandes did not score well. It was their opportunity, and they missed it. And now they have only 2 more maps to try to get inside of the top 12, Carol. Problems for Amazon Creeps.
Problems for Amazon Creeps, indeed. And we gotta check our standings, Marcelo, because I really want to see the numbers for Amazon Creeps right now to get in the top 12. Not a huge difference between them and Metagame right now. These next 2 matches will be the final decisions for them.
The problem is, only one of those teams can easily go inside of the top 12. Metagaming is now tied with Bond. 1 more point and they are inside of the top 12. Amazon Creeps has to go over Metagaming. And if both of them want to be inside of the top 12, both of them need to go over Los Grandes.
And Marcelo, can we say that is over for XD and for Furia?
I would not say Furia, because the difference between them and TSM is 27 points. 27 in 2 maps.
Yeah.
If they get a Booyah, they can go for it.
Yeah, it's doable.
But XD is 53 points in 2 maps. We can say that the cow went to sleep.
Yeah.
XD is probably relegated from Serie A to Serie B. Furia still has
back to Serie B.
A hope of getting TSM back to the relegation zone, but they need to improve. SS Sports back on the 2nd position, Loud back in the 5th position, and those 2 maps, those 2 last maps would be incredible. And look at before, they only need 12 points to reach the 800 points mark.
2 more matches will suit themselves
6
really
points,
good.
6 points each map.
Yeah, I mean,
and they will go to Refinery.
Not a hard job at all, right, Marcelo?
They will be in Refinery for this Kalahari map, and they just need to be inside of the top 5 to get to 6 points in this matchup. So easy job, and probably a huge mark being broken here today in LBFF. We'll be back after a quick break, and we have to rest and bring our voices back to bring you the emotions of the last 2 maps of the regular season. We'll be right back.
And still have the 48 players alive.
But now the grenades from Bob's trying to get some more points, some more damage onto the players of Los Grandes. Let's check out how this will happen. Once again, Mamute taking lots of damages. And now Bobs with the grenade and the double kill. Bobs with the triple kill. 3 players down with the grenades from Bobs. Gus brings it back and puts Ousado down. He finishes off Ousado in the first blood. Goes to Corinthians, but right after that, Los Grandes gets one more. But there's only Gus to fight for Los Grandes because Bobs destroyed this squad from Los Grandes. Once again, the rush coming in, and Bobs gets the quadra kill!
Yes!
Bobs gets the squad wipe, and Carol is jumping on our cable! We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the 2 last maps of the regular season of LBFF Season 6. And we have Kalahari and Bermuda coming up for you guys. B4 needs only 12 points to get into the 800 points mark, the historical 800 point mark, never reached before in the history of LBFF. They will be going for this amazing score, and we have still the fights for the top 12 and I guess relegation going on, Carol.
Yeah, and Marcelo, since we brought up the talk about the desire of wanting to win this and want it so bad, I would like right now in Kalahari to see teams that have this personally fight in the table to come for each other.
Let's see if this will happen, but let's see it from above because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R18D5, heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
For the last time today in this regular season, let's go to the desert of Kalahari. So once again, get your sunglasses on, your sunscreen on, cause we are about to watch heavy fights over here. In Purgatorio, it didn't take long enough for us to get our first blood. So let's see if in Kalahari these players will hold until the late stage of the game, because Tropa, who got a double booyah, are right now in the blue zone.
Fúria changed their drop call. They didn't go for the chamber. They went for the south of the map in Pedra do Baú. And Netshoes Miners bringing the stars.
Peu
and Trem coming to replace Broilo and Field. Both of the players had good results when they started the matchup with Netshoes Miners. We said that the stars were making it count and getting the booyahs for Netshoes Miners. 2 of the past 3 booyahs from the Netshoes Miners came with this lineup. So important changes going on right now for the players in metagaming. We see Tropa rotating the same lineup for them. By the submarine, they changed their drop call. They didn't go for the elephant graveyard this time. They went for the submarine because the fights were not getting good for Tropa over there, Carol.
And since we are talking about the lineups, Marcelo, something that doesn't leave my mind right now, it is the changes that it's working. We saw that Prozin is one of the newcomers that is stuck with the squad of before. Peu and Otrem Bebê are having best performance with the squad of Netshoes Miners. And for the very first time, I see GodQ not playing anymore for a long time for Fluxo team. No Bru since I would say the 3 weekends for now.
2, maybe 2.
2,
3.
2, right? GodQ is not playing. No Bru is on the squad with the guys. So I like when they stick with the squad that is working way better.
I believe that a few teams has the starting lineup, and during the regular season they changed to test a few new strategies. But you see Tropa, we've seen Legit play a lot, and the lineup is Giga, Killed, Morena, and G3. You know, the starting lineup is Giga, Killed, Morena, and G3. We've seen GodQ play throughout the whole season, but the lineup from Fluxo is Fax, Cias, Nobru, and Japa. SS Esports brought Sem Nome a few times, but the lineup is On, Jubinha, Fênix, and MTS. Loud brought Box a few times, and they always bring him in, but now the fight is on between SS Esports and Loud. The car is being shot, the ice comes in, and Loud tried to ambush SS Esports. It's now a good time for Loud. They send the shots onto the players of SS Esports. They're trying to break the ice as SS Esports tries to rotate, and it seems that they did rotate, but now Loud is being harmed from behind. Who is there? Jubinha goes down, and Noda gets the kill onto Jubinha. Loud bringing the fight to save port to Porto Seguro. Not in their usual rotation, Carol.
Yeah.
They usually are not right there.
They usually are not right there, indeed, and right now Loud with this poor game, indeed, Marcelo, not by inside.
They usually go to playground.
They usually go to playground. They are trying to set a new strategy, but they have to hold it in their favor. So right now it's a number disadvantage because SS Sports are not for no joke here, and they are coming for Los Grandes.
They're coming for Los Grandes, and now it's a good moment for Los Grandes to get into this fight. SS Sports has only 3 players, but MTS! Wow. You just saw that grenade coming into the screen as those videos that send the baseball on your face and you just jump behind.
Yeah, it was almost a 3D.
That was 3D, that was 3D indeed. I just hate those videos when the guy hits the ball and it goes to your face and you just, you just jump. I hate those videos because I always jump.
You were never prepared for that.
I am never ready for that. And now we see MTS rushing into the control post, trying to go after the players from Los Grandes. MTS now with a grenade, sending it towards Half-Fi X, and now it almost reached. And MTS is now rotating to get to the players of Los Grandes. Once again, SS Esports going after Los Grandes. Let's see if it's becoming personal between those two teams. And I don't see SS Esports as a team that has personal confrontations with any teams. And now Buton puts Gus to sleep, and Half-Fi X now has to rotate and has to save Gus by himself, as we see Buton with an amazing day. 2 MVPs for him today.
And if we would bring an enemy for SS Sports, it would be Fluxo team in the table right now.
Yeah.
But they are not too. They don't worry about that. They just wanted to stick with the game, a regular game, and trying to prioritize the position to keep going up in the table. I think this is a very good game, and you know.
And now MTS is really close to Half-Fi X. He's trying to cook a grenade over there. And Half-Fi X leaves the house and goes after MTS. He might be caught, but On brings it and saves MTS over there. And he will finish off Half-Fi X and get the kill for SS Esports. Once again, but On saving it for the day. The big dog is doing an incredible job and probably saying rah, 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 by his house.
The pitbull.
The pitbull, the big dog.
The big dog, indeed. And even with the number disadvantage, I don't feel like SS Sports turned to be a weak team. They go for it. They work together with Jubinha, not with Jubinha, with Phoenix, with non-Phoenix, but they are working very well. And today, it's one of the days where, indeed, Buton is having his moment to shine. It's a glorious day for them.
And that changed when the metagaming changed. The metagame changed, actually, not metagaming the team, but metagame, the perfect, the ideal game, when the grenades lost their power and the rushers started to shine once again. Buton is showing why he's one of the best rushers in this game. The youngster Buton, one of the best rushers in this matchup. Shoutouts to Emmanuel Nunes, shoutouts to Giovanna Silva, Thiago NG, who is here today, Matheus MZ, Angel Excel, Fernando SI, always here with us. Thank you guys for being here with us. Carol, you were going to say something.
No, I was just saying welcome to those guys.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Watch it ring into yours. You don't know that?
No. Sorry. But I was enjoying, though. I was enjoying listening to you. What is that from?
I'm tired of it.
Bring someone from the 80s.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
It's Welcome to the Jungle from Guns N' Roses.
Yep. I don't know. I was not a huge fan of Guns N' Roses.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You have to say it really quick.
Does the pitty voice?
Yeah, he has this pitchy voice.
Funny. But what's funny right now, it is the danger zone coming for those guys, and it seems like in any part of the map B4 it's coming for Tropa.
Let's see if they will get the kills onto Tropa, and we see Lapa using the grappling hook not to die from jumping from the antenna. And Fernando saying that this Axl Rose is kind of round right now. Axl Rose, the singer from Guns N' Roses.
I know the singer.
How do you know the singer and you don't know Welcome to the Jungle?
I know the band, but I was not a huge fan of them because I'm not a huge fan of rock and roll. So the melody is not good for my ears.
It's a classic.
And what is classic, Marcelo, also is the position for all of these guys, not engaging too much, just trying to take that to the late size of the game. We are reaching the 10 minutes in our clock. The 12 teams are still alive. A couple of them are missed, but
I gotta say, I loved the comment from Giovanna Silva. I love you so much, mano. Tamo junto.
both languages.
I loved it. Bilingual commentary here. And now we have Before and Tropa going at each other. The Chrono helping before staying alive to stay alive, and Killet now puts one player down, but Prozim brings it back. Killet gets a confirmation of the kill on to João. But now look at Moreira, a daredevil going after Lapa and taking the shot. Killet will try to use the mini grenade launcher, and Before might go down. before what we expected. Lobato now gets D3, and Killad will take the kill before goes out of the bench. Finally, before we'll go out with only 1 point.
A bad match for before, finally.
Finally! I never imagined that I would see that in this lifetime.
And we are not celebrating, but we're just like, wow, finally!
Finally! Oh my god, there are other 11 teams in the server, not only before. Finally! And now we see MTS and Boot on trying to survive for SS Esports as the Amazon Creeps tries to take them out. But now they are being harmed by Real. Fawn gets the shot and puts Master to sleep. And now there are only 2 players to fight for Amazon Creeps. Is it the best duo in the game? We see GG over there. I think there's only GG to fight. No, GG goes down right now. Autoboot gets the kill. And GL was the last player. It was indeed the Raça Negra duo, the GGGGL.
And Metagame is still alive, Marcelo.
Metagame is still alive, but MTS goes down. And Boot on will not leave the safe zone because Real is over there and he is eliminated. Tattoo gets the kill, Carol.
11th position for Amazon Creeps, 1 point for elimination. Metagame is still alive. Let's see this confrontation between those 2 teams for the top 12, how it will end it, because of course we still have the Bermuda map to play, but Kalahari right now, it's already set a lot of things.
And now we have Real rotating, trying to find the players from Loud, and Tattoo will put Kawan to the floor, and Loud, who just got a booyah, can't lose this fight against Real. It's not a good fight for Loud to lose because there are teams trying to get the 5th position. Let's see, Tattoo against Noda. Good eyes by Noda, forcing Tattoo to release the grenade and rotate. But now Noda tries to leave with the scythe, and Tattoo will get the bow shot onto him. Now the rotation going on, Tattoo VM7, and Loud will be eliminated. Triple kill onto the hands of Tattoo. Great job by the player who just came in to play. He came into the place of Luke, and look at Gus. Great grenade by Gus. It looked like a player of Boccia. He just rolled the grenades on the floor, and it killed Autoboot. Amazing job by Gus. Going for the Boccia.
Is he alone, the last player of Los Grandes?
It seems so.
No, MVR is still there.
We still have MVR into play, and now we see Gus trying to defend against Fawn. He crouches, he uses the eyes. He's being taken down, and that was an inch of space.
Funny thing, they played together last season.
They played together
the same team. Incredible.
And now we have VM7 on the floor as well, while Furia tries to stay alive. We gotta remind you, Furia is 27 points behind Real. They need Real to be out of this matchup for them to start once again to climb on the rankings. Shoutouts to David de Oliveira, asking for a salve, salve!
Salve, salve!
Angel
Love you,
Excel,
tamo junto.
love you, tamo junto. That's exactly it. Shoutouts to LK Dallas, or LK Dallas. We have here some more guys. There are lots of guys that are talking a lot, so we don't have the chat rolling with new names. And then we have the rotation going on from Metagaming. They try to cross the bridge, but they are being harmed, and Memgod gets the takedown on Kawe. Furia needs those points desperately, and now Loud is out of the game. Pale tries to get Nicholas over there. Cias gets lost, and there is only 2 players to fight for Metagaming. They are close to Fluxo, and Metagaming will go down. Fuck gets the kill on Drax. And now, Real will go down. Good job for Furia. She's there also going down, and Furia is inside of the top 4. They have the numbers advantage. This may be the time where Furia starts their engines. They have 4 players and only 12 players remaining into this matchup. 4 teams, 12 players. We see Netshoes Miners going after the players from Fluxo. This fight might be good for Furia because they can stay alive. Memgod takes Cias down. Natividade will get the kill on Japa BKR. More players coming in for Netshoes Miners trying to take the players from Fluxo down. And Memgod gets the kill on Cias, but Train finishes off the players from Fluxo, and now it's a direct fight between Netshoes Miners and Furia, but there is still a missing player, a stray player into this matchup, as we see that there are 3 teams, 9 players. 4 from Fluke, from Furia, 4 from Netshoes Miners, and who is the 9th player? But we see Memgod trying to get the grenades out and try to reach the Kala Miners. Netshoes Miners working well in Kalahari, but the grenades from Memgod now send one player down, and Memgod will go down. Natividade gets the grenade launcher shot, and it was Los Grandes. Los Grandes was alive with MVR.
Yes.
He kept the team alive. Now there are 7 players still remaining. Memgod was sent back to the lobby. Furia now has not the numbers advantage anymore. They have to, with the Netshoes Miners rotating out in the open. They have the cover, they have the shelter of the house. Let's see if they will get it. Bolin is on the game, but he will not do it. Natividade gets the nice capa onto Bolin. Let's see if they get it. BLGod puts Natividade to sleep, and BLGod finishes off Natividade. They have to deal with the players from the Netshoes Miners. Now BLGod rotates and leaves the house. They are looking for BLGod. He puts Train on the floor. There is Rick and there is Bill to deal with BLGod. He tries to use the ice to protect himself. He runs away from the grenade. He's trying to leave. He's trying to drop from the house, and Bill will get him. So it's a boo! Yeah, Netshoes Miners! Once again, the stars are shining. Bring Bill, bring Train, and Netshoes will be on the top of the stable. Those guys are game changers for the Netshoes Miners. And the Kala Miners stars are shining bright in the sky, Carol.
I hope they remember that for the finals, Marcelo, because indeed, o Trem Bebê and Peu are doing an amazing difference for the Netshoes Miners teams, and right now crowded by the Kala Miners, they get their buoy, amazing buoy with 22 points, 10 points for eliminations. It's working very good for them, but I just want to give this breath for Furia, that is 11 points behind of TSM. That can be decided right now in Bermuda. They just needed to do it right. Hold a little bit their game, worry about the position, and the 11 points will help them to not be relegated, Marcelo. And I hope XD doesn't come for them as well. Don't come for them as well. So 16 points help them a lot. They could have get the Booyah if they waited a little bit longer. But right now, precisely, they have to worry about the positions in Bermuda. Real Sports having a good job as well in the top 3 with 11 more points. Even though they went back in the 6th position, they got 6 points for elimination and 11 points right now in the 3rd place. Los Grandes. Finally a good match for Los Grandes. Finally a good match for Los Grandes. Finally a bad match for before.
Put it on the hands of MVR.
Who hold into the 3rd position.
Put this on the hands of MVR. Those 10 points goes to the hands of MVR, Carol.
Yes, indeed, I agree with you. And the 10 points for Fluxo team is still trying to be regular over here.
And 22 good points for Netshoes Miners. They are now already inside of the top 12, qualified for the finals. And we see Amazon Crips will be left out of the finals. Shame, it's a shame. We wanted to see the Amazonians inside of the finals, but this is now difficult for them.
They might
to be in the top 12. They need to destroy Metagaming on the next matchup. They need to go after Metagaming to try to take the spot from Metagaming inside of the top 12. This will be a direct fight between those two teams, and this might be thrilling, Carol. This might be amazing to see. They need to go after Metagaming. 2 moments of things. We have 3 stories to tell in this last matchup. Will B4 get to 100 to 800 points? They have 789. Will they get to 800? Second of all, will Furia get 11 points and save themselves from relegation? Third story to be told here. Who will be the last team inside of the top 12? Let's check the standings because this story will be told. Fluxo going over 700 points.
Yes, they are very tight. SS Sports and Fluxo are very tight. 1 point ahead of SS Sports right now, of course, 2 points. But Metagame already inside of the top 12.
10 points ahead of Amazon Creeps.
10 points ahead of Amazon Creeps. Furia can go for the access group if XD doesn't decide to come again for them, or Real Sports, and who knows, would be so bothered right now of Furia team. But Marcelo, Our table already tells us the story of the teams that are going to play in the finals. For sure, before Fluxo Team, SS Sports, Corinthians, Loud, Tropa, Nitrox, Vivo Cade, and Netshoes Miners.
Team Coda
And
Solid
Team
and
Coda Solid.
Los Grandes.
In Los Grandes as well.
It's impossible for Amazon Creeps to get 31 points in this matchup and go ahead of Los Grandes, and they need 32.
It is impossible, but right now what we have to worry about is to watch metagame, Amazon Creeps, Real Sports, Furia, and XD. That's the end of the story and the end of the game for me. I will indeed pay attention on those guys in Bermuda map right now, and if before we'll break the 800 mark.
And who will be the second placed
Oh yeah,
team
of course.
in this standings? Those standings. Fluxo or SS Sports. The stories are Fluxo or SS Sports. Will before go over 800. Metagaming or Amazon Creeps. Who is in the finals? Furia. Can they go 12 points? Can they go for 12? Or can they go for 11 with 5 kills? That's what Furia needs. They need 11 points with 5 kills to tie up with TSM on the criteria for tiebreaker. Can they do it? There's one more map for you guys to check this out. And I gotta breathe.
Me too.
I gotta breathe because lots of stories coming up. Quick break and we'll be right back.
And still have the 48 players alive.
But now the grenades from Bob's trying to get some more points, some more damage onto the players of Los Grandes. Let's check out how this will happen. Once again, Mamute taking lots of damages. And now Bobs with the grenade and the double kill. Bobs with the triple kill. 3 players down with the grenades from Bobs. Gus brings it back and puts Ousado down. He finishes off Ousado, and the first blood goes to Corinthians, but right after that, Los Grandes gets one more, but there's only Gus to fight for Los Grandes because Bobs destroyed this squad from Los Grandes. Once again, the rush coming in, and Bobs gets the quadra kill!
Yes!
Bobs gets the squad wipe, and Carol is jumping on our cable! We are back live for the last time in the regular season of LBFF Season 6. We're going to the last map that will decide every story that happened throughout this whole season. I am thriving. I am thrilling and I am excited. I am crazy to see this last map, Carol.
What a season, Marcelo. We gotta say that.
This one, you know.
But this one,
it's older than a lot of songs that I've told you.
I know, but
it's older than Casino.
It's famous.
Casino is way too famous. This is older than Casino.
I know, I'm a weird person, but what a season, Marcelo. And indeed, we have watched many stories around here. This season, we even brought I Am Free Fire. We brought Free Fast Town. We brought so many things that was way too good to watch and tell. And this was indeed a season to be never forget, with amazing stuff happening from newcomers. We saw how much Free Fire increased this season. Indeed, it was an amazing season, and it's going to be over in the 30, October the 30th.
The 30th.
But today, stories is going to end as well.
Some teams will draw their destiny here today, and we are going to watch it from above because we're clear to take off. So for the final time, let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R18 final, heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last time of the regular season today to Bermuda map, Marcelo, and weird things might be happening today because you straightened this rotation of the airplane. Thank you so much.
Put it on the middle. Let's get the teams on their usual drop calls. And what is Furia doing going after Loud? What is Furia doing? They need to go to Observatory quietly, forget about Loud, and just go for your 11 points. You don't need to do anything, just 11 points.
Loud goes to the graveyard and bullside, and then they come to Observatory. But Loud can this time come straight to Furia. Who knows what's going to happen?
Why?
Why?
They don't need it.
They don't need it.
Loud has nothing to do with Furia right now. Let's see what will happen. We see Fluxo trying to take some shots onto the Amazonians in Cotatua. And Fluxo also changing their rotations. Why did they go to Cotatua after the players from Amazon Creeps?
They usually go to Peak. They usually
what
go
they're doing in
to
Cotatua?
Sentosa. Exactly. But I was expected to see these crazy things happen in the last match, Marcelo. I was indeed waiting to see those crazy things to happen because most of those teams there have nothing to lose. Fluxo team is way ahead of Amazon Creeps, but it's not fair, right?
Let's see how the Amazonians will fare off. They need 11 points. They need to take... They also need 11 points. Them and Furia need 11 points. They need to go over metagaming, actually. Why is Fluxo trying to hold Amazon Creeps? In my opinion, for the finals, it's better to take metagaming out of the matchup. Purgatory will have only one team in Bermuda, in Brasilia. So it opens a spot in the middle of Brasilia taking metagaming off. Metagaming is a team that fights with Corinthians for positions on Kalahari by the control post. I don't see why go after Amazon Creeps trying to take them out of contention for the finals and not go for metagaming. And this is a cold reading of a game. Metagaming is a team that bothers more than Amazon Creeps with drop calls, right, Carol?
Yes, indeed, Marcelo. I like the way you're thinking, and I definitely agree with that because makes all the sense. But like I said, I was waiting to see those crazy things happening around here in the last match, as happened in the last match of the finals last season. And we are going to start the finals very regular, but for the last matches, things crazy it's going to happen as we have a replacement in Tropa team.
Spiel coming in for D3 for the last match of the day. Spiel that is a regular sub for Tropa, sometimes a starter for this Tropa squad. 4 minutes into this matchup, and teams are starting kind of slow, kind of studying for the decisions that they need to take in this last matchup as we reach 4 minutes into this matchup. And Windows just turned off.
Windows just turned off. Something happened. Okay, but Amazon Creeps, they went first to Cotatua. They usually go first to Sentosa and then Cotatua. Where is Netshoes Miners right now that is not in Sentosa?
They went for Rinam Village on the first...
They went to the Rinam
On the first Bermuda of the day, they went for Rinam Village. And now Sentosa is all Amazon Creeps. They have the space to loot, they have the tranquility to loot, and Fluxo could not get to them. It's important for us to see Metagaming, who will probably play quiet and safe and wait for the game to happen and let the game happen. They are currently inside of the top 12. But look at Real. Real going after Fúria. VM7 taking BL God out of the matchup and getting the first blood. Now Real can send Fúria straight to Serie B. Let's see what will go on. VM7 trying to use the grenades. Memgod takes a lot of damage by the shots of Autoboot. Real had no need to go after Fúria, but they are going to fight that happened against relegation throughout the whole season. Both of the teams could be outside. Real is already out of the relegation zone. They don't need to go after Fúria, but it seems that they fought so hard to leave Fúria in the relegation zone that they want to make sure that Fúria will be in Serie B next season. Let's see what will go on. Tatu tries to rotate there, trying to go after Fúria. Memgod is the one out in the open. He leaves, he jumps, and he goes away from Tatu's bullets. Fúria is running for their lives, is running for their stay in Serie A. Gusta is the front line. They already lost a player. Bolin is trying to get some shots out. The grenades from VM7 still coming. And we have another fight going on between XD and Fluxo. While we see Memgod putting down one of the players from Real. But Tatu brings Gusta to the floor. Autobot puts one other player down. And Memgod will go down. Fúria is relegated. Fúria is a Serie B team for Season 7 of LBFF. One of the most traditional teams in esports in Brazil will be relegated for Serie B next season. My God, what's going on?
That's so sad right now for Fúria team. Like you said, a traditional team around here, and Real didn't need to do that. They did
it for the sheer pleasure of sending Fúria to Serie B. My God. I am speechless.
I am speechless as well, because that's really sad for Fúria team that were trying really hard today.
And now we have the grenades from Tropa trying to go in and trying to get B4, trying to avoid B4 from getting into the 800 points mark, and they will avoid it. B4 will not get the 800 points, and now Fluxo gets the squad wipe onto XD as well. The fight that was happening on the other side of the map. Now only 34 players remaining, lots of kills in the first 7 minutes of this matchup. 9 teams still alive, and Fluxo lost Japa BKR, but got the kills onto the players of XD, got the squad wipe onto XD, Carol.
Yeah, I mean, XD right now, they were already being relegated. They were relegated already since the half.
We already have the two relegated teams.
We already have the 2 relegation teams. The confirmation right now came from Fúria team. So that was like also a whatever match for XD. But great points for the team that got the squad wipe over them.
And they are getting the points that are important for them to stay in the second position. They want to have the advantage of being in the second position for the finals. 9 points for the second place team to start the finals. But now CS is going after SS Esports. Another direct confrontation between those two teams that are fighting for the second position. We see CS and Fak outside of the house. MTS tries to use the grenades, tries to find the shots, and Nobru will go down. Nice grenade now by MTS, who tries to bring Nobru to the floor, and CS will put Jubinha down. Put on gets CS, and he will finish off CS. Another grenade coming in. Jubinha, the little Juba, is now on the floor. He tries to find some space. He sends some shots towards the woods because there is the last player on the woods, and Amazon Crips is getting into this fight. Oh my God, another story being told over here. Let's see if the Amazonians will get the points that they need, if they will go over metagaming, because Butch On is going after Salis, and Salis will go down. Butch On with the Babao. They might send Amazon Crips directly to the access group. Let's see if this will happen. We see another time Jubinha going after Salis, and he will get Salis. There are only 2 players to fight for Amazon Crips. SS Esports wants the points. They want to be in the top 2. Jubinha will put Digi down. There's only one. There's only one Amazonian still alive. Will the hopes of the Amazon Crips go down? Jubinha gets the kill. Real goes down. And Jubinha gets Digi to sleep. There's still on one player to fight, and it's GL. And he run away. He keeps Amazon Crips alive. He keeps the Amazonians alive. My God!
Just the dream to be inside of the top 12 in the hands of GL, Marcelo.
And now we have the Netshoes Miners going after Loud. Pale gets the kill on Kronos. Natividade is on the floor, and Loud is now losing players in this last matchup. We see Rick from the top down trying to get information on the players from Loud. Let's see if Rick will find the shot. Thrilling moment in this last matchup of the day. Once again, the stars are in for Netshoes Miners. Trem Bebê, Peu, Natividade. The veterans are here. And now the shots from Mutrem with the M249. Trying to find the players from Loud. They use the ice because there is a player coming. There is a team coming after them, and it's Los Grandes. Los Grandes and Metagaming trying to score some points, some important points for Metagaming. But if they lose this fight, they open the way for Amazon Crips. Amazon Crips was 11 points behind Metagaming. Let's see what will happen. Dax tries to find some shoot. They already have at least 3 points. At least 4 points. Grenades coming in, and Gus will put Train to the floor. Los Grandes tries to come in and finish off Train. Now Netshoes Miners has only 3 players to fight. Rick, Natividade, and Pill are fighting for this Netshoes Miners squad. While MVR tries to get some loot, he takes damage and he will hide behind the loot box. More shots coming in. Netshoes Miners and Los Grandes fighting from afar. Not going after each other. While Gus finds the best spot for him to use his signal caller to get the loot box. And we see MVR rotating. Los Grandes seems not to be interested in this fight right now, Carol.
At least they are still alive. In the top, inside of the top 10, of course, in the 8th position. They are still looking strong with the full squad alive, but who is the strongest here? It's Metagame, because we already have the 2 teams relegated, Furia and XD. But the fight over the top 12 is still happening between Meta and the last player of Amazon Crips, Marcelo. Would you give your prediction? Would you want it to give your prediction?
I think it's tough for Gio. I think it's tough. He has to survive. He has to get at least 14 points or 15 points, since Metagaming will at least get 5, at least get 4 actually. So he needs to go for 15 points by himself.
What's more sad for me, it is to see XD, and I will say that later, Marcelo, go for it.
Because Phoenix already puts down the first player from Loud, and Fak will steal the kill.
Danadinho.
Fak stealing the kill. And now SS Esports is going after Loud, but they know that they are in harm. Shots from Metagaming coming in, and MTS uses the chrono, uses the ice, and he is looking for the moment when he will be able to use the grenades against Loud. And now he will put the grenade, trying to find Will. MTS gets the kill! Amazing job by MTS getting the kill, but Metagaming got 1 kill as well. Now, SS Esports will go after Metagaming. They are already with 5 points on their pockets, 6 points on their pockets at least. Grenades coming in on the side of MTS. He's trying to use the negative to protect himself. Will he try to use a grenade from that distance? Is it possible? No,
It's
he's trying to use
the
sniper rifle, the KAR-98. Trying to see the head of Nicholas over there.
Just a little headshot.
And now Kawe has the AWM. Kawe is a dangerous sniper as well. And the shot was really close to MTS. And now Fluxo is coming for SS Esports, and Phoenix will take the kill on Fak. and send Fluxo back to the lobby. Keeping Amazon Crips into this matchup inside of the top 6, but they need Metagaming to be out of this matchup. GL needs Amazon Crypt to be out of this match if they want to send Amazon Crypts to the top 12. Natividade will get the kill on MVR. Nice grenade onto the veteran. Killed will send Butch onto the floor. Drax and Nicholas getting kills for Metagaming and almost putting Metagaming guaranteed inside of the top 12. Hick and Natividade gets Los Grandes out of this matchup. The Netshoes Miners are still alive and they got 5 kills, 3 on the hands of Rick. And the Stars are still bringing the fight for Netshoes Miners. SS Esports is out of this matchup.
But ahead of Fluxo team, they went back to the lobby before.
Ahead of Fluxo, let's check the points.
Yes.
If they got the second position. Now, Tropa is trying to rotate, trying to get the players from Netshoes Miners. As GL tries to put some damage onto Metagaming. He is taking it on his hands.
He must be so...
Can
right
he
now.
do this? Imagine he gets the squad wipe onto Metagaming and goes on to get the booyah.
But Metagame is still with the whole squad alive. It makes more hard to be done by GL. Oh my goodness.
Now we see Giga trying to find Kawe over there. Tropa going after the players from Metagaming and GL was found. GL was found and Atividade is now trying to eliminate the Amazonian. The story might be over for Amazon Crips. Let's see what will happen. And shots coming in and Train is already out. Natividade takes a lot of damage and now we see GL and he's out. Amazon Crips will finish the season in the 3rd position. 13th position actually. It will not be inside of the top 12 as we see Kawe getting the shots on Giga and Moreira. Both of them are killed. Drax gets killed as well. And what a game by Metagaming. Kawe will go down. Spill is still alive. He tries to take Drax down and he will put Drax down. Look at Spill. He saves Tropa. But now the Netshoes Miners are still in it and the Stars are shining once again. It's a booyah! Netshoes Miners! Carol! How can this be possible? Bill and Train get into the game and Netshoes Miners get the booyah every single time!
It changed the game completely.
Oh my god! How can those guys do it? Netshoes Miners with the double booyah! 2 maps with Train Bebê and Bill and 2 booyahs with Train Bebê and Bill. Carol, this is incredible.
Indeed incredible, Marcelo. The double booyah by the hands of a different team with Trem Bebê. Of course, Peu was the only replacement alive in this late state of the game of Bermuda, but made the difference for Netshoes Miners. Double booyahs coming from Tropa, double booyahs coming from Netshoes Miners, 1 from Loud, 1 for just
SS Esports?
SS Sports, of course. I was thinking about before, but anyway, great stuff coming from those guys today. We have to check it out our standings because not right now, in a moment, of course, because I want to see the place of Amazon Crips and Metagame, which I already have a couple of things going on in my mind, but we already know for sure that Furia were relegated in this last match. But we gotta check it out to the confirmation because Netshoes Miners did their homework at least for this final day of the group phase.
And let's check out the highlights and the confirmation of the points that will be coming on the screen for you guys to see. Netshoes Miners with 20 points once again. Hick with 5 kills, carrying the weight on his shoulder once again. Hick doing a good job. But Tropa 15 points, Metagaming 15 points, SS Esports 13 points, Fluxo 10, Amazon Crips 7 points will not reach Metagaming indeed, and probably will not reach Los Grandes as well.
For now, Los Grandes, it's safe, but not because of their performance. We gotta point it out that they did a poor performance throughout this last 2 weekends with the triple rounds. And unfortunately, Amazon Crips and Metagame couldn't go way better than them because, honestly, Marcelo, you gotta be honest here, Amazon Crips deserve that way much than Los Grandes.
Much more than Los Grandes, much more than Los Grandes. Los Grandes are the veterans here.
Yeah.
And Amazon Crips is a team that fought against even the forces of nature to be in Serie A. They had to deal with blackouts. They had to deal with playing inside of a car to get to Serie A. And they got to Serie A, but they will not be able to be in the top 12. They will go for the access group. And this is going to be a tough access group, Carol.
Yeah, and before, I gotta say that they might have broken the record, but not the record of the 800.
But probably the first match in the whole season where before scored no points. We got
Yes.
to check this out, but we got to check the standings as well to see how it finished. And SS
Sports.
Sports going over Fluxo for
1 point. 1 point separate them. And 18 points separate the Metagame and Amazon Creeps. Oh, I was quick this time.
That's good. It's because it finishes with a 0. I know it. I know it.
Tropa ahead of Loud inside of the top 5. Netshoes Miners classifying themselves with a double booyah. Incredible. Team Coda solid for the best performance they had at this triple rounds inside of the top 12 as well. And there it is, our final teams to be playing
Our top 12.
our finals. Yeah.
Our top 12 is B4, SS Sports, Fluxo, Corinthians, Tropa, Loud, Nitrox Top 10, Netshoes Miners, Vivocate, Team Coda Solid, Los Grandes, and Metagaming. Those will be the teams on the finals in October 30th. We all expect you here, and of course, Fury and Xd already relegated. Amazon Grips, Bondi, Hell, and TSM will be in the access group, Carol.
Marcelo, interesting things coming in our standings right now. Great pictures. We already had the picture of the left side for sure, but I have no idea who were the best team of the day.
I don't have any clue on who was the best team of the day. Let's check this out. It was Tropa!
Wow, voa Tropa.
Kills for Killed. He's in my FF
Did you
squad.
choose him today?
Of course I did.
Nice. You chose him
Of course I
today.
did, but 15 kills for Giga. Giga, who was a player who wasn't a regular starter for this squad.
No, he were replaced today as well.
He was no, it was D3 who left the matchup today for Spiel to come in.
Ah, okay.
But Giga, throughout the season, he opened space for
Killed?
Legit to play, for Killed, for Spiel to play. And now he shows up with 15 kills. Tropa showing themselves as a great threat for the finals, Carol.
But what it's good for me looking at this picture, it is the regularity throughout the matches, Marcel. 31 points in Kalahari, 33 in Bermuda, and 20 in Purgatory. Still way too good. 84 points, double booyah, and well spread points by the players.
And let's check out the highlights of the day. We gotta know who got close to Tropa. It was SS Sports and Netshoes Miners.
Yeah, double booyah.
Put this on the back of Peu e Trem.
I
Put this on the back of Peu e Trem.
I agreed.
SS Sports with the most skills, 17 on the hands of Boot On. 12 in the hands of MTS. And I have MTS and Killed on my squad. And my coach is Butter.
I chose Butter and I chose MTS as well. But Marcelo, since we have the top 3 best teams of today, Tropa, SS Sports and Netshoes Miners, and a big congratulations to them. Look, our top 3 in the bottom. Amazon Crips were in the really bottom. Like
They were the worst team of
they
the
were
day.
the worst team of the day. So
Tied with Los Grandes.
tied with the Los Grandes. So I don't think they would have come for metagame, even though the points difference between them was very small. They couldn't have reached that, and Xd and Los Grandes.
Let's check out who are the kill leaders. Right now, MTS with 126 kills. He only needs 6 more kills to tie what CS did last season in 9 maps in the finals.
But he finished the group phase being the player with the most kills in the history of LBFF.
Because CS got 132 points on the finals. If I'm not mistaken, he finished the regular season with 117, if I'm not mistaken, last season. We have Chinese on the second position with 101, Iago with 99, Lobato with 93, and Vitin XP also with 93 kills. And we see that Iago has 69 matches because he opened up space for Lapa to come into
Lapa
play.
and João in the place of Juan. But amazing stuff coming from MTS.
And it's funny because Juan and João have the same name, right?
Juan and Juan.
Juan,
Because
Juan
Juan
is
is in
João
Spanish.
in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah, I got that. But MTS, great stuff for coming for MTS, indeed, because he finished to breaking a record, even though he hasn't reached the 133 points of kills, but he finished breaking to be the record of the best player with the most kills in a group phase.
No regular season, indeed. MTS breaking records this season. The confirmation of the Booyahs coming up on the screen for you guys to see. And we gotta check out which teams will have bonus points for the finals, Carol.
We have
Let's
talked
check out
about that.
the table. Before 12 points to start the finals. SS Sports 9 points, Fluxo 8 points, Corinthians 7 points, Tropa 6, Loud 5 points, Nitrox Top 10 4 points, Netshoes Miners 3 points, Vivo K 2, Team Coda Solid 1, Los Grandes and Metagaming no points, Carol.
Once again, this was a season for Metagame to fight really hard to get inside of the top 12. They did it this time. Last season they went to the 4th position to the 7th. It was way too good for them. But once again they are finding themselves in this exactly same position. Starting the finals with 0 points can be very hard for them. But we know that Corinthians started with advantage points last season. And Vivocade came and won the game, Marcelo. So advantage points is good. But will be that enough for the finals?
We got to check this out on October the 30th. We expect you guys here, and of course we thank you for being here with us throughout the whole regular season. It was incredible to bring you guys all the emotions. Don't forget to follow us at FF Sports and get in touch to see everything that will happen on the finals. It will be an incredibly special day for Free Fire in Brazil. 9 maps, 9 matches in for you guys to see, and of course it will be at 1 p.m. here in Brazil, Saturday, October 30th at 1 p.m. Thank you guys for being here with us. Chico is here with us, Angel, Excel, Giovanna Silva, Fernando S.I. always here with us, Daniel Gameplay, 6 Shot 777, and Beto 777, Emmanuel Nunes. Thank you guys for being here with us. We'll be bringing you guys all the actions of the finals. Thanks our crew with Vini, with Amer. Thank you guys for helping us bring this, and thank you, Carol, for being by my side once again.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Marcelo, for having me and support me throughout this whole 18 rounds that we had this season. Amazing last 2 weekends with triple rounds. And we are going to see each other in one last Saturday for the finals. And thank you so much, you guys, for also supporting us in our job in Liga Brasileira of Free Fire Brazilian League, that we are giving you guys the pleasures to understand a little bit more of our passion for Free Fire. And I'll see you guys in October the 3rd.
We'll see you in the grand finals. So we are expecting you here, because we're clear to take off. Let's hit the sky, because it's time to drop. We'll see you on the grand finals. Bye-bye!